I forgot one thing, and that's stream avatars because it didn't boot correctly. Share stream. Connect. Whoop, whoop. Oh dear. And now for all the Discord postings. Journey time. Up. Whoops. There we go. Diamond Alliance. Boop. Boop. Put this in the streaming center. Where's the streaming center? Right there. Boop. This can shrink. This can shrink. Stream is live. Kitty's being pet. Is it actually working? I'm checking. Checking. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, everything is working. Let's see how much of a dumb bucket I am. Dumb bucket, dumb bucket, dumb bucket, dumb bucket. I'm a very big dumb bucket. Not done yet. I'm gonna do a few more changes. Oh, come on. I will punch you. Investigating time. Yes, Roy, exactly. Jesus, you. The text in the chat's not looking too good right now. There's better. I also have a cat sleeping here on my mouse map, but she's not interrupting. Yeah, investigating time. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? Took a moment to respond. Also, I'm doing some different things here. Show mouse. There. Sorry to keep you waiting. The prosecutor investigator presents Miss Delicious Skulls. Jesse, you called on here. It is I, Delicious Skulls, the pharmacist who makes delicious drugs. Oh dear, delicious drugs. But you can call me Miss Delicious. And you can call me Mr. The Bestest. The bestest. The bestest. No. Yeah, exactly, Roy. Delicious drugs. Hi, nice to meet you, bestie. Then go straight to nicknames. Huh? That boy reminds me of someone. This is Miles Edgeworth. He's Gregory's son. Bestie, nice to meet you, Miley. Could you please not call me Miley? Don't call him Miley. And don't put Cyrus next to it. Then it gets awkward. He's a Greggy's boy. I guess it's a sign that I'm getting old. How old is this woman? I knew it. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh, great. Sebastian, isn't there something you'd like to ask, Miss Pharmacist? Oh, right, yeah. Miss Delicious, could you please tell us the reason why you came to the gallery? Yes, see, I came to see the curator, Katie. I've been friends with her for 18 years, so I visit her quite often. Well, what have we got here? You ate one bit over all the years. Saving sprite time. Also, hello, Blue Raven. Is it true, Miss Pharmacist, that you also assist in the treatment of Mr. Gustavia? I guess you could say that. I only made the antidote for the doctor. Oh, you made the antidote on the spot? Yes, see, as long as I have the right ingredients, I can make any drug easily. The infirmary is well equipped, you see. Instead of sending him to the hospital in a critical condition, we treated him right away. I did all I could. The rest depends upon his possibility to recover. Do you know the victim is Delicious? Yes, see. Although it's been 18 years since I last saw him, I only knew that he'd become a world-famous pastry chef. Eh? Is the victim that famous? I heard on the news that he won a competition for designing desserts. That reminds me. I do remember him mentioning something about studying design in Sengfa. Translate to Sengfa. Okay. Last game was all about drugs dealing with Sengfa. And now we have Sengfa again in the same. The first case was related to the president of Sengfa. The second case was to do with the guy that was the guy who did a fake assassination on the president for Sengfa. Now it's a pastry chef being attacked from Sengfa. What's about Sengfaing? So let's get down to... Now let's get down to business, Miss Pharmacist. The Huns. I know, I tried to make it work. Are you familiar with the drug Megatoxin X? Yes, see, it's a drug that's used to kill those things. It's mega effective. Because the effects are so potent, it's not available to the general public. What are those things you're referring to? It's rat poison. It's a drug that for vanquishing the creatures that strike fear into the hearts of a lady. The ones that often infest kitchens and the like. I think I know what she's talking about. Spiders or rats? So, Miss Pharmacist, may I ask you one more thing? Do you know what happened when you mix normalium with fatalium? Yes, see, I know. It's even written on the warning label for Megatoxin X, hazardous when mixed. When the two drugs are mixed together, a chemical reaction occurs and the gas is released. Inhaling a large amount of this gas can cause breathing and difficulties, and even death. When the amount of poison gas gustily breathed in, I think there was probably at least 500 milliliters of each of the chemical. 500 milliliters, that's half a liter, that's kinda a lot. Inspector Pharmacist, she is very well informed. Normally is an adhesive liquid that becomes hot as soon as it's applied with heat. It also has a red color and a minty fragrance due to its low cost, and it's used everywhere. So I think the guy, the cook, the guy who got gassed, was using this to melt the statues into a perfect shape. I even think the ice sculpture guy that got killed had the same methods. Fatalium is white. It's a white watery liquid. That's enough for now. As expected of a pharmacist, you're very knowledgeable. Yes, see, of course I am. Megatoxin X is one of the chemicals that the company I work for produces. Oh, that puts you on the spot. But not just anyone has access to it. It's so potent as a poison it couldn't be sold to the public after all. Thank you. I think that's all I need to hear. Does Judge Courtney suspect her? What's she hiding behind that smile? I hate her. Emulation error. Oh, Flatfoot, have you made progress in the investigation or something? Yeah. Let me tell you. The glass cases contain the sculptures that can be opened by a mechanism in the lid. What strange cases? The temperature in the cases can be lowered to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold. Inside the Pisces case was set to 27 Fahrenheit, so my hand nearly got stuck on the ice. That's too high. Good thing you needed. Sun in. From the lid of the Pisces case, we detected a slight traces of mammalian. Eh? Not bad. Oh. I know why. Is this better? Because I know why the microphone was being weird. You see, on my normal streams I installed a new webcam for the Vector, so people could watch the Vector on my work streams. It also has a built-in microphone. XP took this microphone in. I thought I already solved that problem in the Windows settings, but it turns out XSplit still picked it up. Because I had it set to default and everything is set to this microphone on default. So it went to this microphone instead, and it was down here so it doesn't hear me. Thank you, Moon, for warning me. Just say that, like, hey, you sound do you sound different or something? Now they like, well, it could be. Like, don't be afraid to say that stuff. But yeah, it wasn't this microphone. By the way, this has LEDs on it. Do you want to know how much this thing costs? It's only like 16 euros. This costs 16 euros. Though I've already checked the frame rate. The frame rate is like 20 frames to 12 frames. It's not that good. I would say you sound bad and you should feel bad. You're welcome. I am sorry, guys. Not bad. Now that the microphone is fixed, you can all hear my wonderful voice from the best person in this room. Yeah? If the mammalian was in the glass case at the temperature of 27 Fahrenheit, then it would have been frozen to the lid. Eh? Really? So, what happened? Mr. Libeste, why don't you try borrowing the power of Kay's little thief? Come on, he's so full of himself, you know he would say that. I think the circumstances will be easier to understand if we use our Mr. Thief. If you really want to help me out that much, fine. I'm not really sure this works, but you get on with it. The thing is crazy. I hate being bossed around by this guy, but to arrive at the truth, I'll do it. Overruled! Oh, come on. Stop acting as you please. The goddess of law has no need of your power. Don't be such a stick in the mud, Corny Pie. Yeah, thank you. We have approval of the prosecutor in charge, so what's the problem? Could it be there's something the PIC doesn't want us to find out? None of your concern. If you insist on participating in the investigation, then let me check if you're qualified by asking you a question. What is she planning? Who set off the poison gas? If you can answer me that, I'll allow you to work with us. Well then, Miles. You should open the Pisces case and set off the gas. When you think there's only one person, it could be. That's the victim. Yes, considering the circumstances, it's clear who it is. So please, give me your answer. Who set off the poison gas? Dane Gustavia. Wow, he's 50, he looks that old. Take that! There's no one in the Autumn Palace other than the victim, Dane Gustavia. It's hard to believe it could have been anyone but him. It seems that way.
Very well, I'll allow you to participate this time. However, if I feel you're a hindrance, I will ask you to leave. Understood. But what I don't understand is why the victim opened the case. It was a trap! Like, why would he... So, Mr. Everett, what shall I recreate? Based on the information we've gathered so far, let's recreate the scene before the gas. Got it. What? Don't scare me like that! So, this is the true power of Sir Thief. Let's investigate the Pisces sculpture post-haste. There's frozen normality on the lid of the Pisces. Yeah, there's frozen normality on the lid of the Pisces sculpture glass case. It's frozen so thick you can't even open the lid. In the actual glass case, the lid is actually... it was heavily cracked, yeah. It looked like somebody had it out for the Pisces sculpture, sir. Do you have any idea how it came to be cracked like this? Well, the damage don't seem to come from the outside of the glass case, sir. I see, so the inside of the glass case was below freezing point and the case has developed cracks. There are no signs of external damage from this we can deduce. Below freezing? Like Mr. Edgeworth's cold stare? And cracked? Like Mr. Edgeworth's furrowed brow? Thermal fracturing! The cold glass case was heated from the outside, causing it to crack. But why did thermal fracturing occur here? What could have caused it? We already know that. Inside the thermally fractured case, there was no frozen normalium. Oh, that phase means you probably thought of something, Niles. Indeed, I have. I know how Mr. Gusai was able to open a glass case. What? How can you possibly know something I don't? I'd say things he doesn't know around are in the minority. Hey, why aren't you going to let me know? I think it's time to open this with the used gas burner.
Take that!
This gas burner was found in the Autumn Palace. It shows signs of recent use. It was the cause of thermal fracturing in the Pisces glass case. I'm gonna do you guys a little favor. Give me a moment. I'm using the vector cam as a cat cam. As you can see, it's not the best frame rate wise. Just for funsies. That's to show what the kiddies up to. Yeah, it's 15 frames per second. And it dips below that. And right now it's 5 to 8 frames per second. Let me up with the focus a bit. Like, this is a cheap webcam, so I don't mind. Yeah. Ah, I got it! The lid was frozen shut, so you had to use the burn to melt the ice. Indeed, that is correct. I just had a late start. I'm still the best, you know. Late start. You didn't even understand a single thing, did you? Well, that's because Mr. Edgeworth's explanation was too hard to follow. Okay, why don't you update the little thief so that he can understand? You say so. Right, so let's restart the recreation. The victim Dinkerson was the only one to enter the Autumn Palace. Also, I like your duck face there, Quackpog. If he had used the gas burner, then the normalium in the glass would have melted. And then? Lag. The melted uranium would have come in contact with the Fatalium inside the case and produced the poisonous gas. The moment Mr. Gustavia opened the lid, he would have begun to inhale the gas. He managed to drag himself out to the fountain patio just before his strength ran out. So he inhaled the gas when he opened the lid. It seems he finally understands. But why did Mr. Gustavia open the glass case of the Pisces sculpture? The victim's goal that I do not know yet. Perhaps he had the same reasoning as Uncle Ray. Maybe he actually came to see the Winter Palace, not the Autumn one. Uncle Ray also thought that this was the Winter Palace at first. Oi! You too, Ray Ray? I actually thought so too! It looks like just like the IC's room from 18 years ago. It even got the exact same plans in front of the door. It seems everyone involved with the IS-7 incident made the same mistake. This was a trap. It is imperative that we investigate the real Winter Palace immediately. I should suggest that with Mr. Deveste. I get it now. Yeah, that's how it was. Did you think of something? Lag. The victim committed suicide! Give me a moment. He thought he would look refined if he died in an art gallery. Have you even been listening? Well, if you're as smart as me, just hearing half of the story will be enough. Sebastian, I'll explain from the top later. Only moment I appreciate you, Courtney, you explained this dumbass's mistakes. Top? That means missed, right? Alright, I'll leave it to you. It would indeed be best to let Judge Courtney handle him. Then aside, don't you have some information to inform everyone of? Ah, I totally forgot! What are you talking about? We need a little checking on the pharmacist. We meet the best, the prosecutor's subordinates. That's something to brag about. Shut up, you! Quiet down and listen. Suicide is, off the table for now, yeah. No shit! That's because, in short... he set him up the gas as a trap, yeah. Yep! No! It's a terrible shame, Miss Pharmacist. How could one stoop to extinguishing them? Huh? What are you talking about? I would never do such a thing! No results in this game. Mr. Deveste, do you have a basis for these accusations? Of course! This is my basis. The pharmacist license. We're permitted to handle megatoxin X, right? Okay. And its active-grade Fatalium was one of the components of the poison gas. Exactly! The chemical is almost impossible for ordinary people to obtain. But the pharmacist is another story altogether. It wasn't me! You've got it all wrong. Objection! Objection! That's not all. I do think the voice actor for this objection is really good. A bottle of magnet was found in the victim's pocket. And on the bottom we found clear fingerprints. Yours. Eep! The victim had megatoxin X? You and the curator took the victim to the infirmary, right? That would give you the perfect opportunity to plant the bottle on him. That's... You are the only pharmacist on the premises who could have handled megatoxin X. Furthermore, as for the curator of this art gallery, you're an acquaintance of hers. You would have had access to the gallery at any time in order to prepare the poison gas trap. I was starting to prepare the curator, I think Catherine Hall is the guilty party. I think. And I'm thinking that this guy killed the ice sculpture guy in the past and got away with it. Also, thanks for farting, Moonraven. And she brought them all here and wanted to take revenge. Oh, thank you, jerk. Thanks for the mass fart. Please wait. That Megadoxing X, it was stolen. Trying to lie your way out of this won't get of me. It's true. Look, I've got the proof right here in my bag. What is he searching for? Not this. Not this either. I remember seeing that cloth like that recently. Ah, here. Take a look at this. It's some sort of paper. What's it say? April 1st, theft report accepted, stolen item, Megatoxin X. So she gets stolen. Yep. This is a theft report of acceptance with a certificate. What? Yes, see, truth is, 1 week ago, my Megatoxin X was stolen. Why did she even have it? 1 week ago? We said Divvy today. Yes, see, that bottle you just found is probably the one stolen from me. I normally carry a bottle of Megatoxin X in my bag at all times, even though I often forget to keep it locked up. I would have never even think about mixing it with Normalium. But why in the world would you carry such a dangerous substance on your person? Yeah. Well, you never know when those things will appear. Those creatures that infest kitchens, striking fear into the hearts of the lady, right? Although if you had a rolled up newspaper, you could have just squashed them. It's a spiders! No, you get spiders. It's insecticide against spiders. Justine, what do we do now? Well then, can we really accept this theft report? Let's ask for confirmation. This should clear us to tell us whether or not she is lying. Right, well then, I'll just call and confirm it. It looks like Miss Delicious isn't the culprit. Indeed, if she really did set up the poison gas as a trap, I don't believe she would do it in such a way that incriminates her the most. So Miles, who do you think is the culprit? Predicting actions of the victim would require a fair amount of advanced planning, and there's only one person capable here of doing that. Huh? Uncle Ray would like to know too. Who do you suspect? The one who stole the Megaton X and prepared the room in advance was... Catherine Hall. It had to be the curator of the Zodiac Arts Gallery, Miss Catherine Hall. However, I still don't have any evidence that she is the criminal yet. I see, she is. The way he said that now sounds like he's been expecting it. Good job, Miles. As expected from Uncle Ray's future apprentice. I have no intention of becoming your apprentice! And now we'll announce the results of my verification. Okay, the results of the theft report have been accepted. I'm gonna stop voice acting for a moment. My throat is getting a bit clogged up. Yeah, but it's a little too early to come to a decision. That means your logic was completely faulty. You're wrong! My performance is still to come! Really? And how do you plan to proceed with your investigation? First we need to speak with the curator. And after that? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Sebastian, Mr. Gustavian may have business in the Winter Plaza. I believe you should send an investigator there as well. Oh! That's good too. Pick up Gumshoe. Investigate the Winter Plaza at once. Got it, sir. Justine, let's go talk with the curator. Yes, let us proceed. We should go listen to what Miss Hall has to say as well. By the way, don't think the cat cam is going to be a standard thing. Well, maybe it could be a standard thing, but the cat has to be here, and the cat is moody. I mean, let me say this, what's in this room right now, where else she could sleep. She could sleep on the towel, that's her normal spot, in front of the window. She has a box behind the green screen that she likes jumping into. She has a sleeping basket over there. She has another spot over there. She even can go into the closet if she wants. There's even a pillow on the chair next to me. But no, she wants to sleep on the mouse mat next to my hand. Because she wants attention sometimes. Aren't you adorable? Oh, so you can see some gunpla over here. And here. Yeah, okay. Mr. Devastate, weren't you going to talk to her yourself? Nah, that's a job for my subordinates. All I have to do is wait for their report. I'm the best prosecutor, after all. Such arrogance. Oh, this is anticlimactic. I'm gonna chill for a bit. Huh? What's that in the fountain? Ah! What? There's a dead body in the fountain! What is the meaning of this? Silence, everyone! Forensics! Identify this body at once! It's terrible, pal! Please be quiet, detective. The ice sculptures in the Winter Palace. They're melted. They've all melted, pal! What? 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 It's a repeat of the IS-7 incident. What's going on here? Someone got killed in Winter Palace and he used the water to get into the fountain and then hide him. What's going on here? There are 2 victims now? This is all just like 18 years ago. Once again, the ice sculptures have melted. Again? And everyone related to the incident 18 years ago is gathered here now. This is no mere coincidence. Don't you think so, Miles? Yes. You guys lies in the IS-7 incident. This is what I believe. That's right. Uncle Ray thinks so too. Looks like it's time once again for Uncle Ray to tell you about the IS-7 incident. Going back to the past. I felt like I've barely done any researching here. It's like there was only like 2 free prompts, like 3 prompts to answer, and that's it. Like nothing happened gameplay wise. Gregory Edgeworth's last case. Oh, that's the case he won, yeah. Isaac Dover was murdered at the venue of a dessert contest, and his body was discovered in the chocolate treasure chest made by Jeff Masters. The victim died from blood loss after being struck in the head with a rock-salt lamp. The murder weapon was found hidden inside Delicious Candy Castle. Then, in the victim's room, where no one had searched yet, all Dover's sherbet sculptures had melted. Oh, we're playing Morris Gregory. Cool. I thought we didn't have to do this anymore, but apparently we have more of them. The sculptures in Mr. Dover's room have melted. Due to that, Prosecutor von Carr immediately drove us away from the scene. How are we going to investigate now? What's with that? Defense attorney's out. Von Karma's methods are deplorable. Well, investigating the crime scene is supposed to be the police's job after all. But you gotta admit, Von Karma's methods are way out of line. The defense attorney and the police should be working together to discover the truth. Raymond, you must realize that not everyone shares the same view as us. You should want to expose the truth for the sake of justice, or simply accept things as they are, as they appear. Everyone has their own view on what's right and what's wrong. Even if it means convicting an innocent man? Both ourselves and the police are only human, and as humans, we all make mistakes. It's reason for that we defense attorneys exist. So that those who are alone and helpless can have an ally on their side. An ally on their side. You cannot investigate. If you cannot investigate, shouldn't we just find some help the other way? I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I still have much to learn. You're still young, so you have many opportunities to learn. Right, I'll do my best. Miss Hall. Monsieur Dwarf, Monsieur Shields, would you like to take a brief respite? She's 16 over here. Okay. I know it's not much, but please eat these. Wow, thank you. Let's eat. My piece is getting some sugar into my system, but these are a little too sweet. And it's a little misshapen too. I'm terribly sorry. Does it not suit your taste? Not at all. It's deliciously sweet. Thank you very much. Maybe she just made my forte. Huh? You made this chocolate cake? Yes, chocolate is my master's favorite food. Your Dragon's favorite food is also part of my job. I'm still not that good at it, so I need him to instruct me. I'm happy, Master Jeff. So she's not a good cook yet. I guess I have made sweets whenever you want. Did you say something? No, it's nothing. This is so sweet in more ways than one. Miss Hall, you seem very dedicated to your work. Without my work, I wouldn't have the right to be here. Oh, this is not a good accent. What do you mean? When I was a child... That's the wrong voice. I was abandoned. Monsieur Master took me in. Oh dear. Yeah. I don't think she committed the murder in this case. I think she committed murder in the second part. One snowy Christmas Eve, I was left on the doorstep of his mansion. I helped Mr. Master of my life. He became like a father to me. Again, I'm doing the wrong voice. And to repay his kindness, I want to continue working for him. Again, wrong voice. Stop. You're incredible. I've lived a long life. Yet that brought tears to even my eyes. Today, Christmas Eve has finally arrived once more. But it looks like I won't be able to give him the present I've prepared for him. I will do anything if it means saving Monsieur Master. If there's any way I could be of service to you, please ask. Yes, I appreciate that. Well, do you happen to know anything about the victim, Isaac Dover? I don't really know much about Monsieur Dover, but I have a photo of the desserts he made for the contest finals. This is certainly a splendid piece of work. Because with the exquisite beauty, it's truly a work of art. It's got so incriminately that you almost forget it's made out of sorbet. It seems Monsieur Master was also fond of Monsieur Dover's work as well. Wow, these are Taurus and Gemini constellations. Do you know a lot about constellations, Raymond? Of course. There's so much romance in the constellations. For example, take the club, Iron and Arrow held by Gemini here. These come from... Huh? There are no strings on the lyre. Did Mr. Dover make mistakes in sculpting? It's hard to think he would make a mistake like that. Huh? I thought you said you didn't know much about him. I just sort of felt that way somehow. It appears he's hiding something from us. Miss Hall, did you take this photograph yourself? Yes, I took it with this instant camera. It develops pictures instantly. It's one of my greatest treasures. Wow, I would love to see it in action. Hehe. Well then, why don't we take a picture right now? Yay, let's have our picture taken, Mr. Edgeworth. Sure, I don't mind. I'm confident in my hairstyle today. I'm going to my hairstyle today. Alright, I'm taking the picture. Say cheese! Here, it's developed. A present from me to you, Monsieur Shields. Wow, thank you so much. That's such a great camera. It is the only camera in this mansion. Unfortunately, its convenience comes at a cost. There are no negatives. No negatives? Huh. Is it the same camera Mr. Master used during the contest? Yes. You're well informed. One moment, guys. I'm a bit thirsty, and I believe... Yeah, I don't have any drinks right here. I'm gonna have to grab something to drink real quick. I'll be right back. Enjoy the cat cam. You stay put. I'm just getting something to drink. Sink. Yeah, so the cat wouldn't move. Speaking of, she's moving. Now you can see the figurines. See, she jumped right into my hand. Don't worry, nothing of importance bumped off. It was just a small part that always falls off. Go lay down. No, we're not playing. We're not doing that. I'll use my other hand for a moment then. After that, he took photos of all the other competitors. Come on, kitty. Don't do this. You're gonna fall off. Was he taking photos at the time the body was found? The body was discovered during the judging, was it not? Monsieur Master intended to take photos of everyone's room, but... as he photographed Gustav's room, he ran out of film. Lag. Monsieur Master asked me to change the film in the camera. It seems the film he prepared in advance wasn't enough. There wasn't enough film? It seems the number of photos he took didn't match up with the amount of film remaining. So someone already took some pictures beforehand. Well, he told me himself it might have been just a mistake though. Was it really just a mistake? Yeah, the cat's asleep now. And she's also against my hand, so you know, against my mouse hand. This here. I can still move because I put up the DPI a bit. Which means going meow, 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 meow. It was then that I heard something... And it was then that I heard something... That I heard the sound of something break in Monsieur Master's room. Monsieur Master? Are you in here? Eek! And then she took a picture just in case, which was good for her. That's when I found Monsieur Dover's body in Monsieur Master's room. It was so terrible, I was really shaking up. Before I spoke to anyone else, I called the police. This camera, I've kept it with me ever since. Smart of her, I see. If it's alright with you, would you mind lending me your camera in that photo? Sure, I don't mind at all. Here you go. Thank you very much. You gotta see the back of the cat sleeping now. Also, yes, this is a sack boy. We have a sack boy here. This claw's not a gunpla, by the way, so... It's just how my desk looks. Blue Raven has seen my desk before. It's a bit different now, but still a bit messy. Dover Sherbet Salon was added to the court case. Court record. Pop. Detective Bab, Miss Delicious! Is the investigation over already? He said no more use for me and kicked me out. Manny, that meanie. What a rude thing to say. It was probably to ensure that you wouldn't eat any more to the crime scene. So Detective Bad, did you get kicked out too? It seems Von Karma thought I was getting in the way. Proper pics to a sack boy. You're welcome. I was getting in the way of the investigation. Why would he prevent his own detective from investigating? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But we know just about all there is about the crime scene. Right now, he's talking to Gustavia in Dover's room. Why did you need to speak with Mr. Gustavia? We heard from Hal that Gustavia was seen entering the victim's room. From Hal, yeah. Mr. Gustavia? Yes, I saw him enter Dover's room. Oh, fuck. I can't... For some reason, when I try to go French, I go Irish. So, it seems he was trying to avoid being seen. I have no idea what he did in there. He is currently under suspicion for melting Dover's sherbet. Makes sense. So why did Mr. Gustavia enter that room? I also have a photo of Dover's room here, if you need it. I'll let you take a look at it. Eh? What? Why would you do that for us? You still don't get it, kid. I'm saying I want to help you guys in order to discover the truth of this case. Detective Bad. Detective Bad? Is that alright, Detective Bad? Won't Von Karma chew you out again? I have no intention of becoming Von Karma's lapdog. That is a good detective. If you want to let me investigate, I'll just do as I like. I invite you to, yeah, getting tied up in stupid rules. Only blocking you from to the truth. Isn't that right, Attorney Edgeworth? Of course, Detective Bad. I thank you. This is amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Now we've got Detective Bad on our side. I don't really get what's going on, but I'm glad you boys are all friends now. I'm grateful that he'll lend us his strength. Well then, can we see the photo? Right. This is the current state of Dover's room. Wow! The sherbet is completely melted. The room is drenched in light blue liquids. You know, we should compare it with the photo Miss took. The power cord was pulled? Yeah, because it was pulled. All of the refrigerated glass cases lost power completely. Looks like all the power cords were connected to one socket. Do you have any idea when this cord was pulled? No. Excuse me. Stomach. It's still an investigation at the moment. What a waste of a beautiful sherbet. Honestly, if I would have known it would end up like this, I would have eaten more of the stuff. Did Mr. Dover's sherbet taste that good? Oh yes, see.
What? I didn't say anything.
Vector woke up.
I see, his sherbet was the most delicious.
And he goes back to sleep. Really? I wish I could have eaten some too. But there was one piece that was so salty, I couldn't eat it. Salty? It's right there in this photo. It was part of that lyre. That's the lyre from the Gemini constellation. Ah, he snuck a bite from the lyre. That's why the strings are missing. If I could have eaten that much, I could have never eaten that much. It was way too salty. The lyre is salty? One part of the sherbet tasted different. That is rather curious. That's normalium! Is that what the normalium was? No, normalium doesn't taste salty. Did some other than her also take a bite out of it? Do you notice anything else? Now that you mention it, I see sherbet skulls had these strange markings on them. They had 2 letters carved into them. Wait a minute. There. Looks something like this. An alphabet signature. It can't be. I knew it. It's just if Monsieur Dover made this lyre. He isn't the one to make mistakes in sculptures after all. This hall. It's been troubling me for a but. Do you know something about Mr. Dover? Huh? Why would you say something? Why would I know something about Misha Dova? Oh look, he's acting nervous. He's acting very nervous. He seemed quite attached to Mr. Dover's handiwork. That's because his sculptures are so great works of art. No, I believe that his works are very special to you in particular. How do you know that? There's a piece of evidence that we believe belongs to Mr. Dover, and happen to share a common feature with another piece of evidence. Please show me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Which two pieces of evidence share something in common? Take that. Now the second piece of evidence. Please tell us all. Blast! I was wrong. There must be something in this hall value that she was collecting. What the hell? It has to be the sickness grass at least. I did wrong. I didn't know where the cat cam is. I'm slow today. I know what it is. It's the liar and the fact that it's salty. What? What? That's the light! What am I doing? I'm gonna try one more thing. Okay, I'm starting to get pissed off. This is one of those rare moments I'm gonna cheat because I don't see any connection. Oh. I missed a step. There's an engraving at the bottom. Pierre, okay. PA, that's the thing. I didn't even figure that one out yet. Smart game, smart. You got me there. You got me there. Alicia saw 2 letters of the alphabet. To be used for Miss Dover's signature. Businesses would sign their name on their work. Right. Oi, I remember. I see sculptures had PH carved into them. I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah, those aren't Isaac Dover's initials though. No, but we found this seal at the scene of the crime. We already found out the late Mr. Dover's pocket. If you had pressed the seal into something, it would have made the mark letters PH. Also, the same PH symbols engraved into the teapot. I cheated, but that's because I didn't know this fact. My bad. The same symbol? The teapot was made by the sculptor Pierre Hoquet. In other words, this PA is the signature of Pierre Hoquet. So, you know about this signature all too well, don't you? Yes, was showing Hoquet's works always bear that signature. Since he never shows himself plugins, his signature is used to identify his works. No way. Are you saying Pierre Hoquet is... It seems that he has also realized Isaac Dover's true identity. To Miss Hall, Miss Dover was no other than a pastry chef. That's because his true identity was... a sculptor. He's a sculptor. That's right. Mr. Dover's true identity was the sculptor Pierre Hoquet. Look at that serious face. What? Mr. Dover was a sculptor? Things like signatures can be faked if you have the original designs. Can you really use that as proof that he was a sculptor? No, but what's important here is that Miss Hall thought he was. As proving his real identity, I'll leave that to the police. Humph, I get it. I'll have the boys check up on it. As expected from you, Gregory Edgeworth. You knew Miss Dover's real identity all along, didn't you? Yes. When I discovered the body, I noticed the seal. I knew from that moment he was Pierre Hoquet, the man I greatly admired. Now the revenge is starting to get even bigger. To think that this is his, well, must be his posthumous work, I just couldn't sit still. So that's why you entered Dover's room? Huh? What did you say? When exactly did you take photos of Dover's room? That was... Perhaps this was taken during the judging?
Objection!
Objection! That's strange. I thought you said the camera ran out of film during the judging. Before Mr. Masters entered Dover's room, you were the one in possession of the camera. Wasn't that why you were able to take this photo when you discovered the body? Yes, that's right. The other photos you took with the new film were of Dover's room and the body. If that's the case, a new contradiction comes to light. Another one. That is my instant camera. There's a few photos left. You've already handed the photos of Dover's room and the body to myself and the police. That reminds me, didn't you also take a photo of me and Mr. Edgeworth just now? The film used in this camera can take up to 20 photos. However, this camera only has 3 photos left. 70, that means there is still at least 12 photos missing. With at least 13 photos to account for, exactly what were they used to photograph? Ugh. Please show us all the photos you took. Remember to discern your actions from these photos. I'm so sorry. I have told a terrible lie. Don't tell me. All of these remaining shots are of Isaac Dover's room. My deepest apologies. It seems they're all shots of the ice sculptures from various angles. So when these were taken, the sculptures had not melted yet. But that means the one who caused them to melt was you. Yes, I'm positive that I melted them. You are positive? I'm an aficionado of sculpture P.S.O.K.'s work, who's actually Monsieur Dova. Before the authorities could defile his masterpiece, I thought I had to preserve them with 2 photographs, hence I entered this room. In that case, why did all the ice melt? It's probably because I became enthralled with his work. And it seems that my foot accidentally got caught in the power cord unplugging it. Accidental, you say? I did not notice the power cord at the time. I would never imagine that I would be the cause of the sculpture melting. Could the truth really be that simple? No. However, I can't say with certainty that she's lying. Try to cause you all so much trouble. As long as you're telling the truth, there's no need to apologize. That's right. That's right, Kate. Thank you very much. I don't think she pulled the plug. Edgeworth, here, take this picture. Do what you want with it. Okay, let's figures. You meddling fool still haven't given up yet, have you? That's a way too big of a trip. The light's missing. The light box. Yeah, the light box is missing, so it's more than that. No matter how long you wait, I have no intention of allowing a defense attorney to investigate. No matter. If you can't investigate, we'll find the truth through some other method. Always ready with a comeback. Well, do try your best. Excuse me, Monsieur von Karma? The truth is, it was I who melted the ice sculptures in Monsieur Dover's room. What? What's the meaning of this, you clod? You clod? I'm truly sorry. For both you and Mr. Gustavia. Do not be concerned about me. Sir von Karma already has recognized that I had no hand in this act. That reminds me, why did you enter Mr. Dover's room, Mr. Gustavia? Ah, well, that was because... Objection! Silence, ignoramus! You're not to give the attorney the tiniest hint of information. Catherine Hall, you're coming with me. You're under suspicion of being complicit in the murder. No! Ignoramus! Okay, he wants something. She wants... If she gets up, that means she will lay into my hand. So, I'm putting my hand here so she doesn't lay into the mouse area. And now she's snuggling into my arm. You can see how she's laying into my arm right now. Look at her all cuddly. Aren't you happy? Snuggly kitty, snuggly kitty, snuggly kitty. I'm so sorry that I have to detract from snuggling with the cat, but you can at least see what I'm doing. Yes, I'm clicking with my left hand over here. Very well. Please wait, I still have some questions I want to ask her. I do not care for your sorry plight in the least. And Kitty knocked something off my statues. After my mouth is on back, if you haven't noticed. Pat, Gustavia, while I'm at it, you as well, Scones. I have plenty of questions for you all. Understood. Understood. Well, I'm at it, he says. The nerve! He just took everyone away with him. Yes, even if we stay here, I don't think we'll be able to investigate any further today. Let's take a leave for now. It's already grown rather late. Oh, the snow has stopped by now. Sounds good. I'm starving anyway. Let's stop somewhere for hamburgers then, before my stomach joins the chorus. We're stopping for hamburgers. Eat your hamburger. Eat your hamburger, Edgeworth. You can't fight on an empty stomach after all. I'll report back to Mr. Master with our findings first thing tomorrow. Aw, that was very short. What's with this case having only like a few prompts? Sure, the sculptor prompt was very hard, but still, that wasn't worth that much of going on. Oh, we're still in the past? Huh? What are you doing here, Kate? Ah, Monsieur Shields and Monsieur Edgeworth. Allow me to apologize once again for all the trouble I caused you yesterday. Miss Hull looks a bit tired. Has Carver finished interrogating you? Yes, aside from what happened, the ice sculptures, I was at fault. Fuck, I'm going back to Irish. Are you also here to meet Master Jeff, Kate? Yes, I'm worried about how he's holding up. Detective Bad? Detective Bad? Why are you here? I just happened to be here. I'll just be heading to the crime scene soon. I don't think this place people happen to be though. Hello. Why is his hair white? Master Jeff, what happened to you? Oh no, Monsieur Master, why do you look so poor? I didn't get much sleep last night. The tribulation known as questioning was rather harsh. I'm just a little exhausted. They didn't let you sleep? Even for interrogation, that's going too far. Detective Bad. The detective in charge of the initial investigation was also in charge of interrogation. I don't like Von Karma's methods, but this was all I could do. He was the one who brought me here. It seems I was supposed to be interrogated for a little longer, though. It seems that Detective Bad is looking out for Mr. Master in his own way. Thank God for Detective Bad. So we shall inform Mr. Master about what happened yesterday. Raymond? Yes, sir. I got all my memos right here. Damn. They're trying to make the defendant unable to defend himself. Mr. Master, I would like you to inform about yesterday's investigation. Yes, thank you very much. Please go ahead. Master Jeff, it's almost like your spirit's gone. My sugar levels are low, so it might not seem like my usual energetic self. Monsieur Master! Do we have anything that can give his spirit and glucose a boost? Yes, we do! Can we give him the chocolates? Oh! Those chocolates! Are you giving them to me? Ah, those chocolates are... If possible, I would like to give them to you immediately. But it's against the rules to give anything to the suspects in the detention center. I see. Regrettably, if those are the rules, then there's nothing we can do about it. Detective Bad, come on, man! Are you sure there's no way we can give them to him? Detective Bad, looks like he's noticed what we're trying to ask of him. I'll inspect the chocolates, and if there's no problem, I'll think about it. Detective Bad, thank you very much. Alright, I knew we could count on you, Detective Bad. Truly in your depth. Read right here. Take it. Thank you very much. I knew you wouldn't be able to say anything, and not to anyone else. It would cause problems for me later. Yes, of course. I apologize for making you go through so much trouble. Now, I shall partake in eating these delicious delights at once. I'm sorry for asking you to do something so dangerous, Detective Bad. I only did what I wanted to do. Why can't you just be honest for once, detective? Oh, how sweet. It's like I've come back to life. Oh, did Kate make these chocolates? Yes, sir, I did. How does it taste? Oh, he took the song. Melt in your mouth, not in your hand. Sweet chocolate tilting in my mouth. So sweet, divine. Thank you for the tasty treat. Oh, they're a bit misshapen, but so sweet and delicious. Thank you. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. I can't sing for shit, can I? And above all, it helped you regain your spirit. Thank you for your concern. The food here has been absolutely tasteless. And combined with all the lack of sleep, I was thoroughly exhausted. Is the food you that bad? Just salt and beef stew, your average Christian fare. That is odd. I really could not taste anything. Huh? Whatever, I'm about to head out to the crime scene. Yep. That's how that's how she is to me. I should cat still sleep. She does this. She's just that loyal. My cats are really loyal to me. If I even do this. See? Doesn't wake up for shit. She is actually half awake, but she knows I'm just screwing around. Yeah, I think again we've identified the victim. But yeah, that just shows how loyal my cat is. Madman Crimson, welcome to the stream. I haven't seen your face much here before, or maybe never have, but welcome. And yes, enjoy the cat cam. And also, yes, my cat is loyal. This is she said. Isaac Dover was a sculptor who worked in France. Yeah, okay, he's Pierre Hoquet. Isaac Dover was Pierre Hoquet? How could that be? Monsieur Pierre Hoquet. So Pierre Hoquet wasn't actually French, huh? And he eats his note. And Warhammer stuff. 40k or normal or end times. Which is likely why he never showed himself in public while he worked under that name. The Zodiac sculptures. They were his masterpiece, it seems. And yes, I know about the different versions of Warhammer. So you say Warhammer stuff, I'll have to ask for clarification. 40k in fantasy. Gotcha. You don't have to go into which... You can go into faction... Chaos? Marines and Chaos? Interesting. Anything to defile the fake Emperor. Although, they will remain forever unfinished. Yeah, Moonraven is an aficionado of Warhammer 40k. Once you know Cornate, there's no going back. Ah, Corn! From all the Chaos Gods, he is my favorite. Even though he's a bit rough, he is at least full of justice and he admits to power. Unfinished, even though they were his masterpieces, it seemed he worked on them by season. Once he finished the remaining winter constellations, his work would have been done. Huh? The winter constellations are Taurus and Gemini, right? No, Taurus isn't the winter constellation. It's a spring one. I know that because I'm a Taurus. Oh, they're talking about that set. No, in that sense, it is a winter constellation. Those ice sculptures were his final pieces. It's heartbreaking that they melted. I can't apologize enough. Oh no, I wasn't blaming you or anything. Also, Dover was infamous for being greedy. Greedy? Wait, why my face? Why is there What is that fish? Where's the water? You are the Pokemon Magikarp. Anyone who first loads into the Stream Avatars chat will become a Magikarp. You can change those in the things below, or by typing in avatar, exclamation mark, name of a Pokemon. It only goes to Gen 3 and Wailord is banned. Because Wailord is too big. At least it's red. You don't know Zog about Pokemon. Okay, that's fine. There's also other... Also under here, red means faster. That's a Gundam rule. Are you a Gundam fan? If it's gold, you're fucked. I'm being greedy. People charge hundreds or thousands just to make a single sculpture. Oh, it's also an orc rule. Oh, it's also an orc rule. So, a fast red Pokemon. There are fast red Pokemons. The bid rule's making it so, yeah. Okay, that's an orc rule. Let me think. A red fast Pokemon. Voltorb is pretty fast. Rapidash and Ponyta are really fast. I think you would like Flareon. Your whole thing can see your... hard to see your thing. I'm gonna... I can just avatar for you. Okay, that didn't work. What else is there? I forgot how to do... Oh, Voltor's not available, apparently. Let me fix it one more time. Sorry, Madman, for the DMs. Give me a moment. Oh my god, stop. Again, I'm sorry. Ah, screw it. Just look at the list below. Yeah, that's the bot. Because I'm trying to change your commands, the bot thinks you're doing it, and it will send it to you, not to me. Oh, right, they're on sub only, so you have to unlock them. Now, you don't have to unlock them with a sub, but you just have to unlock them with points. And with sub, they're automatically unlocked. That's why it's not doing it. Dorp. I can make you pretty. Anyway, let's continue. With the game, it seems like he always had monetary troubles. The murder might be related to that, but it's still under investigation. So he had money troubles even though he was a famous artist? Do you know why he entered a desserts contest? Not yet. He kept it a secret, even from his family. I see. How odd. It's time. I'm bringing in the replacement guard. I can't hang around here any longer than I have. Yes, I understand. Let's meet again later. The detective is a kind soul. Indeed. He never strays from his own beliefs. He truly has a strong will. He's pretty scary when you first meet him. Let's go to all places. Sadness take over. Okay. Yeah, mods have access to him. I put him on mod only. I'm not Moonraven. I put him on mod only. That's why you can do it. That's what I mean with banned. That sounds like fun, madman. Could you tell me what everything that happened yesterday? Of course, allow me to give you a report of our investigation. Apparently talking to was not the way to go anyway. So this is what happened. I'm sorry for the trouble Kate has caused you. I'm truly very sorry. Licks out his tongue. Worry. So you have no need to as long as you have told the truth, Miss Hall. Mr. Master, would you mind asking you a few questions? So, yes, I shall divulge you all that I know. The contestants! Please tell us about the other 3 contestants in the final rounds of your contest. Let's see. Miss Delicious Dessert had the fantastic design. However, she broke the rules, so I could not recognize her as the winner. Up until the semi-finals, Mr. Gustav's flavors and design were to my liking. Unfortunately, both the taste and appearance of his final entry left much to be desired. And there was something strange about his dessert in the semi-finals. Something strange? Both Mr. Gustavia and Mr. Dover's dessert had the exact same taste. They copied from each other. They had different designs, but in terms of taste, it was like eating the same thing. What did they look like? Ah, there should be a picture of them at my mansion. Please allow me to show you later. Certainly, thank you very much. And then there was Mr. Dover's serpent sculpture. Oh, they were absolutely heavenly. Did you have a chance to taste his creations? If I recall correctly, his body was discovered in the middle of judging. Because it's a case related to desserts. I am so sorry. Yes, but I'm not informed of this until after judging has finished. Since he was not present in the room, I helped myself to a piece of his edible lyre. He ate some of the lyre. He's lying about the lyre. It was fantastically delicious. I was so moved I broke into song. Wait a minute, please. Did you say the lyre was delicious? Could you please give us a little more details about that? You ate the lyre from the sculpture in Mr. Dover's room, correct? Yes? The one that was in the same glass case as the Gemini sculpture. I get it! Gustavia and Dover were in together. Gustavia made the sweets and Dover sculpted the sweets. Gemini sculpture. Please have a look at this picture, Mr. Master. Did you eat from this lyre that's missing the strings? Yes, the lyre originally had strings. However, I ate them all, resulting what you see here in this picture. So he ate the strings. The strings on the lyre were missing because he ate them. Actually, Delicia ate part of the same lyre that you did. However, she said it was so salty that she could not eat it. You don't say. That means there might be a problem with my sense of taste after all. A problem with your sense of taste? How so? There is a taste disorder called hypoglycemia. It's in which you lose all the ability to taste salt. I'm gonna Google that just for funsies, see what it means. Yeah, hypoglycemia means anything. It doesn't have to be just salt. It can also be sweet, sour, or bitter. Good to remember. Perhaps I've contracted this illness. I just never realized it since I ate nothing but sweets. Yeah, that's an actual word. That's an actual word for losing up one of your taste buds. However, I know now with certainty. So that's why you couldn't tell the food they served here tasted like. No! For a patient to lose their sense of taste is fatal. Even if there's a treatment for a taste impairment, there isn't a cure for it yet. But it's probably the best that you let the police know so you can receive medical examination. No, that won't be necessary. There's a recipe in my manor especially for making the cure. What? What? Yes. Please look for it later when you return to the mansion. We shall master, but that means revealing the... Kate, we should no longer conceal it from Mr. Gregory. Yes, sir, I understand. If that's what you wish for. A recipe for a special drug, just what are they hiding? The angel recipe is to make sure that you can taste everything to the fullest. Well then, I must be returning to the mansion, so I will take my leave. That's what Delicia is for. Delicia was there to make the drug. She knew that. Learning in a game. Heresy, and that comes from a heretic. Heresy. Do I have to make a sound clip and go heresy in the future? That would be more a Ben thing. Huh? What is it, Monsieur Master? You should not live for my sake. You should reconsider your lifestyle so that you can live by yourself, even if I were no longer around. Please do not say things like that. I simply cannot live without you, Monsieur Master. I promise to wait for you until you return. Excuse me. Ah, Kate. Catherine. Oh, damn thousands. You two are having fun there. I like it. Mr. Jeff, Kate was crying. Why did you say something so cruel? I'm worried about her. Catherine always puts me before herself. What do you mean? She collects Pierre Roquet's works and makes sweets. All to make me happy, nothing more. That's the only reason she does anything. She always puts aside her own preferences and things that she wants to do herself. I want Catherine to choose her own life. I do not want her to waste her valuable time because of me. Is that so? He thinks of Miss Hall as his own daughter, and he would want his children to choose their own path in life. And a parent would do anything to protect their own children. That feeling, I also know it well. Well, that should do it for questioning. We must return to the scene of the crime. Ah, it's already time to leave, I see. So, my tribulations of questioning resume. We should take measures against we should take measures from our side as well. Can you ask the police about that? I can, but I have other ways in mind as well. When the time comes. Haha! You're a dependable man. I shall be counting on you. Master Jeff, you'll come here every day with our reports of progress. And we'll bring Kate too. Yes, thank you very much. I shall be looking forward to it. Mr. Master, know that the police will be attempting to get you to confess. I'm sorry to ask an innocent soul like yourself to bear with these painful experiences. Oh no, don't mention the Ultra Smurf. But please, hold on for now. If you can confess, I'm positive that Karma will use it to his advantage. And will make him all that much more difficult. I understand. I shall do my best. If you believe in me until the bitter end, I will definitely get you out of here. That's all he did. Let me guess. To be continued. No, we're still going. Thank you for helping us earlier. Yes, thank you. He does the same. Thanks for what? There's no need to be shy about it. Enough about that. I suppose you intend to investigate today too? Of course. We still need more information to prove Mr. Master's innocent. I'm so sorry, but apart from this patio, you're not allowed to investigate anywhere else. What? So you're saying we can't investigate? I'm guessing this is what Karma's doing? Yep. For Karma's a bit on the edge at the moment. He still hasn't received the autopsy report. Moreover, the only ones in his mansion are Miss Hall and the police. So don't get your hopes up on speaking with the people connected to this case. Karma's being completely unreasonable. He's gone too far. Detective Bad, what do you intend to do? I promised I'll do anything I can to assist you. You have my thanks. With any of our Karma doing things get the best of us. Alright if you investigate the fountain patio? Yes, but we've already finished checking everything, except for the fountain. That's fine, as long as there's something, I shall continue investigating. Finally, some investigation! In this game about investigating. A harp and some maracas. I can't tell if I'm looking at if they are sweets or the real thing. I like to touch them, but that would go against the rule of preserving the crime scene. Keep your hands off them! I already checked. They're real instruments. But if you can't tell by looking, how do you know they were the real without touching them? Indeed, I didn't touch them. Not with my hands, that is. Surely not. No, I'm overthinking it. These angel statues looks like they're eating chocolate fondue. It would seem these angel statues are also Pierre Hoquet's works. As expected, they're very well made. Looks like the real thing. So you've seen a real angel before, Detective Bat? What? He licked the crime scene, did he? Yeah, probably did. By the way, she wakes up at random intervals, so she didn't wake up from my little laugh. Someone's her belly rubbed. Defense attorneys. Always the first to find fault with everything. Perhaps that was wrong of me. It's a Christmas tree made of table sugar. Thanks to these decorations, this place is on red alert. Even if a single ant made it inside, it would have been terrible. Indeed, if ants got in here, it would be disastrous. What are you investigating exactly? Sir, I'm testing the water in the fountain for foreign matter. Maybe also mostly birds. Have you found anything? It seems they're both chocolate and sorbet mixed in the fountain water. It matches the chocolate from Jeff's master's rooms and the sorbet that melted in Isaac Dover's room. They all share the same composition. The fountain circulates through the streams that flow from each other through the 4 rooms. Perhaps the melted sorbet flowed into the fountain. Also, somebody's blood was detected as well. What are you saying? How could there have been blood in the fountain? Because that's how they transported the body. Detective Bat, please think back to our investigation of the crime scene. Detective Bat, please look at the crime scene carefully once more. The bloodstains. Oh! That chocolate was thrown into the fountain to melt. Disappeared. They definitely didn't get any reports about the bloodstain being cleaned up. The blood disappeared from the crime scene. Also, part of the treasure chest was missing too. Perhaps the blood in the fountain belongs to this person. Isaac Dover. Take that! Take that! The victim. Let's run a comparison with the blood on the murder weapon. That's a yes. It's a match. The blood in the fountain is Dover's. I wonder why the criminal spilled the victim's blood into the fountain. The owner of the works in each room are written on this notice board. On the left, Mr. Masters, Mr. Gustavia, Miss Delicia, and Mr. Dover. Incidentally, it would seem the board is also made of candy. Do you think they eat all the stuff when the contest is over? The trophies Mr. Masters received are placed here. Besides the dessert contest, there are also awards for his charity work. An evident display of both his skill and character. And now she lays and sleeps differently. So I have to move it a bit more over here, where my hand is. This trophy is to recognize the program piece of cake. This is cake for giving children hopes and dreams. Hopes and dreams. Now I want to see you too. Where does this elevator go? To the second floor. Master and Hall's quarters. Apparently on the days off, Master makes candy and holds tea parties upstairs. But if it's a nice day, they probably have it in the gardens or something. That sounds nice. I'd like to invite when the case is over. Would you like to come too, Detective Bad? I'll get it through with Legion. You are. Mark my words. Legion, we mark my words. You two are getting very agitated in the club. Why not duel it out? Exclamation mark duel username. No French tonight. Okay. What an amazing trophy. It's probably Masters, the world's greatest pastry chef in the world, huh? It's also made of candy. It doesn't seem like it would last long. Honor and glory don't last long. I think that's the lesson here. I don't think it's quite as deep as that. I think I have to talk to her now. Miss Hall, I've come to investigate today. Monsieur Edgeworth, I apologize for my disgraceful behavior earlier. Kate, she still looks a bit down. What Master said earlier was a real shock to her. I've prepared the photo I took of the dessert during the final part. Please take a look. Oh, delicious cake is so cute. Michelle Master also praised the design of Delicia's work very highly. Michelle Gustav and Dover's work gained high praise for both days design, but Michelle Master said it felt like he was eating exactly the same thing twice. So it seemed the desserts had completely different tastes for the finals. Anything else that was different between the finals and the semi-finals? Nothing major, but there was something. During the contest, Monsieur Gustavia's son always came to see him, but there was no sign of him at the finals. His son came to visit? I wonder if there's any significance behind that. Would you mind leaving this photo with me? Certainly. The son, eh? Anything to aid you for the investigation? And here's a recipe book that contains a special drug for tasting cure. It's the angel recipe. Wasn't this framed in Master's room? It's also the prize for the contest. We put it out in display. And so the contest prize, Angel's recipe, wasn't just a recipe for desserts. That's right. We've informed the participants, but it seems you all don't know yet. So the participant knew about the true contents of the Angel's recipe. And that makes Delicia suspicious again, because that's a good drug to make. It's a cure. So because it can cure that puts Delicia on the real reason to join. So please tell me all you know about the Angel's recipe. So the Angel's recipe contains the formula for the drug. Yes, it's a recipe book for new drugs that haven't been released to the public yet. Again, Delicia, a pharmacist, would love to have her hands on it. If sold to a pharmaceutical company, I'm sure it would fetch a substantial price. Someone is a fan of the Emperor Texas Speech series. To be fair, so am I. Also known as a children's card game. Why is something like that a prize in the contest? Yes, I know my Emperor Texas Speech device. I follow it. I admire all the effort I put into that.
I think he's cooking meth.
Like that in a man of class. Monsieur Master is the only heir to the chairman of the Master Group. Master Group? The name sounds familiar. They're a pharmaceutical company who deal in a wide range of products. Oh, that's why. They've become big news with the release of Cold Killer X. Oh, hello, that's an old Phoenix Wright thing. Yes, I am a man of class. How to use Cold Killer product? I haven't used the Cold Killer product, but I never once see you with a cold. What about the Masters Group? So now it's about pharmaceutical drugs. So now Delicia entering that thing for the recipe is not so surprising. Did Master not want to follow in his parents' footsteps? Wanted to bring joy to the people with his desserts. His parents also wanted him to become a great pastry chef that supported him. When his parents died, the recipe book was left to him as an inheritance. Why would he give away a memento of his parents as a prize in the contest? There were always people who were after it, something which troubled Monsieur Master. But just giving away a memento would have been disrespectful to his parents, so he decided to pass it over to someone who he acknowledged. And the members of the Masters Group approved of that. Information about new drugs being passed down onto outsiders. Of course they objected. That's why Delicia participated in the contest. There's Delicia's real motive to join. On the order of the Masters Group, she was requested to win the championship. You knew Delicia's true identity from the start? Yes. In order for her to win, I told her Monsieur Master's taste and preferences. Why did you help her? I helped her in order to protect Monsieur Master and the Master Group. If the drug recipe were given to another company, he would be reprimanded by the board. I wanted to return the recipes to the company in a way that Monsieur Master would accept. So it was due to Mr. Helvet that Delicia was able to reach the finals. Oh. The next Blood Games. Speaking of which, Mr. Dover wasn't a pastry chef either. He didn't want to make it to the finals, considering he's just a sculptor. Yes, for him to be able to make such fine desserts despite being a sculptor. He was hired because she hired him. She hired him because she knew his sculptures would catch the eye. I'm sure it's all three finalists were in together. Dover was used for the baking for the skills. Delicia was a backup plan because she knew how to use cream correctly, and the other guy, Gustavia, was brought in because he knew how to make a good pastry chef, but he could never sculpt correctly. All three were in it together. It's clear he has a great talent, but could he really have made that by himself? No. Gustavia helped him. Gustavia helped both of them. That's why the rules were in place, because Masters was onto him. This is all I know. If there's anything else I can do to help, to save as much as he can. These rules were put in place to make sure that the cheaters could not cheat with each other. Clever. Continue with the next part. This is the next prog game. You may perhaps have some more tea from yesterday. Would that please, Miss Hall? I'm sure it would help us to get on with the investigation. Yeah, I'd like to have some Kate's tea too. Right, understood. I'll be back in a minute. It looks a bit better now. Again, that was very short. We've gathered information about all the contestants, and yet we still haven't heard Gustavia's side of the story. That reminds me, why did you enter Mr. Dover's room, Mr. Gustavia? Ah, well, that was because... Objection! Silence, ignoramus! You are not to give that attorney the tiniest bit of information. What exactly was he doing in Mr. Dover's room? Yay! Someone wants some batteries! What exactly was he doing in Mr. Dover's room? And moreover, something odd is about the semi-final entrance. We need a nice blood bowl. The pastry chef is bad at design, and sculptor only skilled at designing, yeah. That would be extremely difficult for either of them to win the contest all alone. Could it be that Mr. Gustavia and Mr. Dover's conviction is... Detective Bad? We have reason to suspect the action of Dane Gustavia. Yeah. It's imperative that we find a way to contact him at once. Oh? Is this conversation most interesting? Hello, Von Karma! However, I cannot allow you to speak to Mr. Gustavia. Von Karma! I've already conducted my interrogations of him. It's not necessary for him to speak any further, especially to a mere defense attorney. Kitty got up to clean herself again. I will answer your questions in a fool's place. It seems Von Karma intends to prevent me from meeting with Gustavia in person. I understand. In that case, I have one thing to ask you. Yes? I would like to know the relationship between Mr. Gustavia and Mr. Dover. Finally, a rebuttal! Their connection. Gustavia and Dover's relationship? Kitty, please stay on the other side of the mouse, Matt. Yeah, she goes fully into it. She knows I will stop her. That's why she's doing this. See how her head is? Like she sleeps against my chest if she can. It's obvious the one they had happened to participate in the same contest. Yeah, bullshit. That's it? There's nothing more to it. What? How are we supposed to understand anything from so little? If he wants us to divulge the truth, we have no choice but to present evidence. It's too obvious that he's hiding something. Their connection. This one's easy. Objection! Prosecutor from Karma, I'd like you to look at these desserts. The desserts were made for the contest semi-finals. Don't you think these two have a particularly impressive design? Just what are you getting at? These two desserts were made by Mr. Gustavia and Mr. Dover. I wouldn't exactly call Mr. Gustavia's design skills praiseworthy, and yet for the semi-finals he was able to produce something comparable to Mr. Dover's. Von Karstein! Furthermore, these two desserts have the exact same flavor. Objection! What are you trying to say? I'm saying it's possible they collaborate with each other on their entries. Prosecutor von Karma, please take a closer look at their desserts. At first they may look completely different, but even though the designs are different, it's clear they were made from the same materials. Yeah, here, white, orange, this is all the same. I think it's just carb. Nice one, Moon. Is that so? The same flavor and composition. It's It's impossible to dismiss their similarity as coincidence. Their very existence of these two desserts points to a link between Mr. Gustavia and Mr. Dover. Did you already know that this much? I'll tell you the truth. He was lying. Puns, my weakness! Didn't know about their collaboration. However, what I'm about to say is not going to help your case at all. We know you have a habit of lying and keeping everything in your favor, from Karma. Oh, this is the good theme. If you want to know about Gustavia's and Dover's connection so badly, I'll tell you. Last night when I interrogated Gustavia, he told me about his connection with Dover. Until the day before the finals, they worked on their desserts together. You knew about their cooperation all this time, didn't you? Why would you conceal the truth? Objection. I would appreciate it if you didn't sully my reputation. Until I explain my points in court, I avoid giving away necessary details. I was merely saving you time. How can you act like this and keep the truth from us? Simple. He wants a perfect winning streak no matter what. He's willing to keep information away from his opponents so they will make mistakes. His concealment of the truth is something I simply cannot ignore. Don't truth the duck. If you want to know about the Gustavia Dover's connection, it's so badly, I'll tell you. Last night I interrogated Mr. Gustavia and he told me... Hold it. Last night. That was after Mr. Dover's sculptures had melted, right? Yes. Afterwards I went to the interrogation of Gustavia personally. Interrogation by programmer. Ugh. Sounds scary. Gustavia, I feel like he probably tried to meditate through the interrogation. The moment he closed his eyes, I snapped my fingers like so to show him that no one remained silent in front of me. It didn't have any effect. Because I was able to get the perfect information out about his connection with Dover. Until the day before the finals, we worked on their desserts together. Why do you think Mr. Gustavia and Dover collaborated? Why? Because Gustavia had poor design and Dover was a novice at baking. They had the help of each other, they would have never made it through a single round. But what was their mutual goal? Why go until the finals? The finals will be fought on their own merits, Gustavia said, and he ended their collaboration. Gustavia's goal was to obtain the title of world's greatest pastry chef. It seems to find a pastry chef won out in the end. The finals would certainly have been hollow had he cheated, so I believe that their cooperation only went as far as the semi-finals. But what if it agreed to in front of the finals? Prosecutor for Karma, could you explain their cooperation in a little more detail? Very well. Why? Because Gustavia had poor design. Karma's logic is perfect. The very thought of its contradiction is you think you never can break my logic? No. A foolish question. It's not even worth thinking about. Very well. I can't expect much of the phone. No. pressing just in case. Concerning your statement about Mr. Gustavi's designs, I have no objections to that. I have no objections either. He's got no sense of style. And I saw him attempting to fashion my likeness with candy. Oof. Just thinking about it disgusts me. I actually like this candy crafting though. A novice pastry chef and one would notice that it's only natural for such perfect experiments to associate with each other. Before, but not today itself. It seems hardly unnatural, don't you think? The saying is only the truth. How unnatural does it matter? Which I never think of seeing the same truth just a minute ago. Must have been some reason he that one. Was there Mr. Wizard was their favorite to win at the finals, which means he must have been able to still cover with Mr. Gustavi at that point, right? Yes, that's why I believe. There. I had to present this here. It was just the wrong statement I was doing. You say Mr. Gustavi and Mr. Dover did not collaborate during the finals? That's strange. Delicia testified that Dover's sherbet was mostly delicious. And being an object, I doubt he could have done all that by himself. Perhaps the two of them collaborated during the finals as well. Objection. Defense attorney. How many times do I have to tell you? Delicious Scone's subjective opinion cannot be admitted as evidence. There's still a chance that the novice chef could make something tasty. My wife is an amateur. Yet her cooking rivals that of world-class chefs. How is that not a subjective opinion? Moreover, even if you take this pharmacist's testimony to be true, it changes nothing. She also mentioned that part of her sherbet was very salty. It means he can hardly call his entry for the finals perfect. No. No more. What? No more objections? So no way I can prove their collaboration? Mr. Edgeworth? There's something that's been bugging me. What is it? The dessert Mr. Dover made for the finals would have taken a long time to make, right? Indeed. They were frozen sculptures after all. How would he have had time to sculpt it after it was frozen? That alone helped Mr. Gustavi with his design as well. The way I see it, just waiting for the sherbet to freeze would have used up all of his time. Just how was he able to sculpt those sherbet sculptures? Raymond, you may have a promising shit after all. Ooh. I've noticed one more thanks to you, I've noticed one more possibility. That's right. Mr. Dover's sherbet never needed time to freeze properly, and the contested time limit would not have been enough. The method Mr. Dover used to make a sherbet within the time limit was? It was prepared in advance. The sherbet was prepared in advance. All you needed to do was sculpt it. What are you just mumbling about? Please excuse me. I finally realized. Your earlier view was correct. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth! What are you doing? Oh? So you're finally admitting defeat? No. All I'm admitting is that the truth of one of your statements. Dover and Gustavia collaborate lasted only until the day before the finals. It is exactly as you said. They were only correct until the day before the finals. The sculptures in Mr. Dover's room were made out of sherbet. Such an amount would most likely need to be left overnight to freeze. I love this theme. Which means Mr. Gustavi prepared Mr. Dover's sherbet in advance the day before. That's right. So I realized Gustavi's cooperation ended the day before the finals. Then, why did Mr. Dover not help Mr. Gustavi in return? Objection! Ah, this guitar solo. The views of the dead are of no concern to me. Objection. If you're going to answer that, I'll need to get into touch. If you're not going to, I'll need to get in touch with Mr. Gustav himself. Or was your interrogation not as quite as thorough as you claim? You ingrate! You dare mock me! That was not my intent, but I do have a problem with your attitude. I want you to give us a clear reason why we cannot speak to Miss Gustavia in person. A clear reason? Gustavia and Dover's collaboration has no bearing on this case. Objection! You claim the collaboration is irrelevant? If Mr. Gustavia and Mr. Dover's relation had turned sour, it could serve as a motive for murder. Objection! You're really saying that Gustavia and Dover's collaboration was linked to the motive for the murder? If that was the case, why did he not conceal it? After all, we found out about his collaboration with Gustavia himself. If you really are a lawyer, shows evidence that gives us reason to suspect Mr. Gustavia. Only one of Gustavia has been suspicious so far. Doubtless, Von Karma already knows of this fact. This could be a trap by Von Karma. What's wrong, defense attorney? Not going to answer? But I mustn't back down now. Mr. Gustavia sneaked into Mr. Dover's room. His reasonings for this are currently unclear. But the very fact he secretly entered the victim's room is reason enough to suspect him. Yeah, it's a trap. If that were the extent of it, I can dispel those doubts. I knew it. Was it a trap after all? I was intending to save this for the courtroom, but I'll make a special exception. I wouldn't want to prolong the trial with unnecessary we wouldn't want to prolong the trial with unnecessary information, would we? Take a look at this. This is a photo of Gustavia and Dover and their sons. Their sons are friends. Gustavia entered Dover's room in order to steal this picture. To steal the photo? What? It seems their sons attended the same elementary school. Apparently he thought he'd be suspected if people found out he and Dover were acquainted. This makes sense. Hey, don't bucket emote! He thought he'd be suspected if... yeah, okay. You're acquainted. Yes, just like you're doing now. There's nothing suspicious about Gustavia's actions. No further room for argument. No, we at least confirm they're connected. But it is true that we have no reason, but the fact that their sons know each other is a sign. Let me tell you what the sign is. It's a sign they don't have a motive for murder. You still man for not letting us meet Mr. Gustavia. I have an investigation to return to. I have no more time to waste on the likes of you. Curse that from Karma, calling us a waste of time. What should we do, Mr. Edgeworth? At this rate, Mr. Jeff will be... Von Karma is busy? Of course. Why would he be so busy? Both the body and the murder weapon have been found, and he already has a suspect. We should have more than enough evidence to prove Mr. Master's guilt. If that's the case, then why is Von Karma still investigating the crime scene? Mr. Edgeworth? Is there something wrong? It seems I've been overlooking a matter of vital importance. Considering that he already has the evidence he needs to convict Mr. Masters, I feel that Von Karma isn't as composed as he should be. He didn't even tell Detective Bat the full results of the investigation. He doesn't... yeah. Von Karma's a bit on edge at the moment. He still hasn't received the autopsy report. No autopsy report. We're not done with this part yet. Okay, this part's longer than I thought. Furthermore, something vanished from the crime scene, and we still don't know why. Detective Bat, please look at the crime scene carefully once more. The bloodstain that should have remained at the crime scene has disappeared. I definitely didn't get any reports about the bloodstain being cleaned up. He wants to keep up loose ends. But the strangest thing is we have still found Mr. What we found wasn't in Mr. Master's room at all. It's a match. The blood in the fountain is Dover's. Mr. Dover's blood vanished from Mr. Master's room and somehow found its way into the fountain. What does that mean? It was thrown into the water. Although the victim's blood wasn't found in Mr. Master's room, it was detected in the water fountain. There would be no need for the killer to conceal the bloodstains after the body was found. It was unnatural that only the bloodstains that were found with the body disappeared. Unless the body was moved, the blood would have still remained on the chocolate. Don't tell me someone removed the bloodstain and then erased it. Hall removed the chocolate to make sure that the body was disappeared. It's possible that the body was removed from the crime scene, and the autopsy report still has not arrived. Although we have the murder weapon and the suspect, we don't know much about the body. I've been investigating under the assumption that the body has been discovered. Perhaps this assumption was wrong from the very beginning. Why didn't Von Karma give Detective Bad the autopsy report? To understand that, yes, I must turn my logic around. My thinking should be, why is Von Karma hiding information about the body? But rather, what if Von Karma doesn't even have the information to begin with? What happens if I think of it like that? It's possible that the body wasn't removed by the police for autopsy. It was moved and hidden by the real killer. Mr. Edgeworth? I've heard many dark rumors surrounding Von Karma. He's a prosecutor who forges evidence, fabricates testimonies, and makes backroom deals. Yeah, I've heard that too, but what does it have to do with this? I'm trying to avoid judging others based on rumors. I didn't let those rumors influence my opinion on Von Karma until today. It seems he's a man who would distort the truth. Distort the truth? You don't mean forgery? I do. And I can't allow him to get away with this. I must return to the prosecutor's office for now. Not a word to the attorney. Roger.
Hold it! Hold it!
What do you want, defense attorney? I want to know the truth that you've been hiding. Fool, are you trying to mislead the police investigation again? If you interfere with the investigation anymore, I'll be forced to reprimand you myself.
Objection!
Objection. Police? No. My objection is with you. What? Isn't it a prosecutor to ensure justice for criminals? And again, I'm holding her back because she wants to lay in the mouse if I don't stop her. Because she wants to sleep against me. She always wants to sleep against my hands and my chest. What are you saying? I have no time to debate the job of a prosecutor with you. However, I will tell you one thing. My job is to ensure all those prosecutors are found guilty. Before the perfect proof, there can be no room for doubt.
Objection!
And to find that perfect proof, you would even stoop to forgery? Ha! I was wondering what you were going on about. You intend to accuse me of forgery, didn't you? Yes. And it's for that reason you did not allow Detective Pat to investigate. He's sweating like, oh shit. What do you mean? The real reason Detective Gad wasn't investigating was not to even keep an eye on us. It was to hide the fact you never found the body. What? They never found the body?
Objection!
Objection. You cretins, you will see through these ludicrous accusations. I will not tolerate any further insults. In that case, let us verify the body. If you do, we will have the evidence show whether I am right or not. Oh, and this theme plays when we got Von Karma in the corner, and it feels good. The burden of proof falls on you, defense attorney. I have no reason to comply with your baseless conjecture. You must have noticed it too. The lack of bloodstains at the crime scene. So why did the blood vanish? And more importantly, where did it go? Foolishness! Why would anyone erase just blood in the chest that contained the body? Yes, that's exactly right. If the body had been found there, the disappearance of bloodstains would have had no meaning at all. However, what if the body was already gone? To erase the traces of the body being there, one would have to get rid of the bloodstains as well. But Hall killed him, but why? And if she knew the true identity? And if she hid the body, why hide the body in there? Because she knew it was Frame Master. Something doesn't add up. Or are you saying that you can show me where those bloodstains went? In court, everything must be said with evidence. Isn't it right, Von Karma? Logic indeed, Kabatu! I know. We just got that evidence.
Take that!
It's in the fountain. There were traces of the victim's blood found in the fountain. Huh? The traces of Master's chocolate were also found in this very fountain. In other words, the blood was washed down the stream, where it flowed into the fountain, then flowed into the fountain. All this points to only one possibility. After the body was removed, someone erased the bloodstains. I like when it picks up like it again. Von Karma, where was the body really found? If you really found the body, you should be able to answer. How do you know this information? How do you know the results of the water composition test at the fountain? Because I allowed them to investigate. Bad! Always avoiding my side. From here on out, I will not allow you to associate with any further with this case. It's not like you were letting me to do much anyway. Von Karma, you still haven't answered my question. Or, are you admitting to the fact that you didn't find the body after all? He's pretty bad at it! Indeed. You said I never found the body? Where's your evidence? Huh? He's never going to confess. I have nothing further to say to you, Gregory Edgeworth. This matter will be decided in court. You will see how well my logic holds up there. Oh, what a Von Karma. I know your methods are wrong. I promise, without fail, I will expose the truth you've hidden. He said my name, didn't call the defense attorney. He's like, he just said Gregory Edgeworth. Detective Bad? I'm sorry. It's because you let me investigate that. No, this was bound to happen sooner or later. This is also the first time I've been restricted in my investigation. Your theory that they never found the body sounds pretty close to the mark. That I will make clear in court. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know. Even though I'm no longer in charge of this case. Then, though I'm very sorry about this, I have one more favor to ask of you. Hey, what are you guys whispering about? I want to know too. This will be my trump card in court. The information I've gathered up until now should be enough to prove Mr. Master's innocence. But if all else fails, I'll have this ready. Your trump cards? You'll see it. You see at the trial. Wow, I get to be at the trial too? Of course. You're my assistants after all. I'll be an age attorney too next year. Von Karma will never break the two of us. Right. Although I hope to clear Mr. Names before you become a lawyer. If Von Karma is to be my opponent, he'll want the trial ended in a day. I am sometimes bad at pronunciation. That's right. We have to say things. Also, here are emotes. The first emotes are in. Yes, Brownie, Jojo Game and Dumb Bucket are in. This will be unlocked until we get more subs, I'm afraid. Sorry. That's right, you have to say Mr. Jeff. After all, this is you we're talking about. I'm sure you'll beat Von Karma. But I don't know.
Shut up, Blue Raven, we had a deal! You won't get those McDonald's French fries now.
Wait, it wasn't McDonald's French fries. It was Belgium fries. Imported from... what was it again? Antwerpen. Jokes aside. Jeff Mass is alone in the dark cell, resting on false shadow. I must expose Von Karma's lies if I'm to save him. And so he does. And ends here. Oh well. Shut up, please. We're gonna continue, guys, because I still believe I have 1 hour streaming left. Also, someone's DMing me. No, no one's DMing me. No, I thought that person was on. Zodiac Art Gallery Fountain. Ratio. And that's all Uncle Ray knows about the I-7 incident. So that's what happened in my father's last case. The truth of the I-7 incident. What happened at the trial? In the end, Von Karma defeated us. Oh, Von Karma did beat him. Eh? So you couldn't prove Mr. Mass is innocent? We had gathered plenty of evidence to prove it, but Von Karma was even more despicable than we thought. He was a prosecutor who would do anything for his guilty verdict. That's right, and he really did use any means necessary. Because of this, the trial dragged on for about a year until he finally reached conclusion. I'll never forget that fateful day when the judgment was passed down, the 28th of December. It's April now, so it's been a little bit over 17 years. How time flies! The 28th of December, 17 years ago. I was watching from the gallery that day. Before the trial, your old man noticed that Mr. Mass was acting strangely. He was at Brigham, both mentally and physically. He wanted to be found guilty. No, Mr. Master didn't fake a confession, did he? Yeah, that was what was aiming at from the start. When your old man tried to expose the fact that the body had not been found, Von used the power of his police cronies to squash that argument. He even went as far as to prepare a fake autopsy report. Then give a false testimony and confess to being an accomplice. His massive confession, the situation quickly became dire. But your old man had a trump card up his sleeve. Was that the trump card he was talking about Detective Bad about? Yeah. The trump card was to be our insurance in case Mr. Master confessed. He had asked Mr. Detective to have Mr. Master's interrogation recorded. Detective Bad wanted to know the truth too, huh? After he was dropped from guessing, he never stopped caring about the case. Even when he was involved with other large cases, he really was the definition of a true detective. We already know he's a good detective. The defense attorney presented the recording, which proved that the confession was forced. Well, it seems the detective in charge of the initial investigation and interrogation, Rip Lancer, took all the blame and was charged and dismissed. Still, at the trial, your old man exposed Von Karma's corruption, and Von Karma received his first penalty from the 10 chief prosecutor. Yep, and that's what scarred Von Karma and made him kill him. The only penalty in his 40 years of prosecution. Well, he was that old. However, Miss Messer didn't want the trial to continue any longer, and the curtains closed on the trial that day with the verdict of guilty. The memory of that day is fuzzy, but I was also there, watching my father's final trial, and I think his final regret became my own. Yeah, your old man wanted to retrial to prove Mr. Innocent, but he passed on before he could fulfill his wish. Because Von Karma, that's why Von Karma wanted him dead. He wanted to keep his perfect record, and because he had the penalty, he had all the reasons to. After getting entangled in another case, it breaks my heart even now that I didn't return home with him that day. And once more, to blind myself from my own worthlessness. Ace Attorney 1. Uncle Ray put all his hatred on you as a traitor for being Von Karma's pupil. I'm sorry. Don't be. It's natural you would have hated me. After I became a prosecutor, I was able to get Von Karma to show me the case file. Mr. Master was found guilty for murder of Isaac Dover. Eh? That's not right. Wasn't Mr. Master found guilty of being an accomplice? But this case file says guilty of murder. There shouldn't be anything unresolved in this case handled by Manfred Von Karma. Wait, can I take a look at that file? It looks like the charges have been rewritten. What? Look at this! In jail, it was treated after his conviction as accomplice to... After his own conviction, he was convicted as an accomplice to the murder. This is a copy of the written case I received from the courts. Holy shit! Because Von Karma wanted it. This file was given to you by Von Karma, right? Maybe he just didn't want you to know the truth, since you're Gregory's son. He would have wanted you to avoid another retrial before the statute of limitation ran out, after all. So what I come to believe back then had all been a lie. If you didn't know about it, just make sure you know about it from now on. The statute of limitation has long expired, but the truth still sleeps right here. Here we go. Your old man passed away. Uncle Ray took over as Mr. Master's defense attorney. Although Von Karma also had another prosecutor take over the case. Perhaps he thought that since his opponent was a rookie, he didn't even need to turn up. In the end, the real killer was never found, and Mr. Master was found guilty. No, is there nothing we can do even now? Since the killer was never found, he cannot withdraw his confession. I found out after trial that Mr. Master made a deal with Von Karma because Von Karma had threatened him. If you don't confess, Catherine Hall will be held under the same charges. He protected Catherine. That's terrible. I don't think Mr. Master really thought that Kate was the real killer, but to protect her, he faked the confession. Von Karma's a dirty fuck. Miles, only a nightly boy was killed. Why do you think Uncle Ray was at the prison? Ah, I see. You went to see Mr. Master, didn't you? I said I'd visit him every day. I couldn't keep that promise, but I asked Katie Pie to look in on me for me when I couldn't. Although Raynor knows she went every single day without fail. But nothing has changed. Mr. Master still serves his punishment. That's so sad. Isn't there anything we can do? That's why I came here. Because I knew those ice sculptures would be on display here today. So, what are you going to do, Miles? I'm a prosecutor. My position is different from you and my father's. Miles. But moving past my position, what I want as Miles Edgeworth is to know the truth of these two cases. It is worth for that reason that I'm here. You really are your father's son. I like raising you too. Well then, that's what you've decided. I'll support you all the way. I better leave the... okay. Alright, here are the documents. By the way, the parts in orange are Uncle Ray's old notes. Thank you. Time of death, 18 years ago. We were probably Manfred Von Karma. The statute of limitations ran out on 25th December 3 years ago. So the victim was found inside. It's over. His true identity is the famous as a cake designer, but his body was found in the fence with his skull with blood on it. Because the victim's body vanished, there appears to be no adultery. Is this a true reason? Catherine had to want to be dished the body. And now, here's the I-7 evidence. There's a lot, so make sure to look over while you investigate. We saved a lot of I-7 from Mr. Shield. Right. I'll check thoroughly later. Do it now. Okay, with the family photo, we have the rock salt frame. Poison gas, fluorescent cloth, used gas burner, Winter Palace. Anyway, there's so many strange things about this case. Indeed. Those involved with the case 18 years ago have reunited, and another incident occurs. Kate was the one who set up the trap because she knew who it was. Poison gas was released in the Autumn Palace, which has been disguised as the Winter Palace. She wanted to kill Gustavia out of revenge. The camera comes to the pricey. Uranium and Fatalium were mixed, causing an outbreak of poison gas. The poison gas was Dane Gustavia, a person involved in the I-7 incident. Because he was unconscious, he received treatment in the Zodiac Art Gallery Infirmary. Finally, the dead body was found floating in the fountain. Who is this guy? Is that Dover's son? That's Dover's son, isn't it? And again, the ice cubes have melted. There are deep connections between the two cases. It's possible there are still some clues left from 18 years ago. Alright, let's get started. Oh no, I'm gonna stop you because I'm from Karma Jr., an idiot! Just 1 second. Don't tell me you forgot about me. Didn't I tell you that I'm the one in charge of this case? Prosecutor Edgeworth, if you intend to continue disrupting Sebastian's investigation... Yeah, we get it. You're gonna take our bad. The word guilty will be added to your PIC report. What do you mean guilty? Please allow me to assist you as before. I appreciate your proposal, but I'm afraid I must overrule it. That was fast. Even though we were short in hand to identify the victim right now, it's only a matter of time until we figure it out. In that case, I shall take that load off your shoulders at once. Regarding the identity of the unidentified body, one person comes to mind. Really? Tell us! Very well. Look at the sculptures that have made a comeback from the incident 18 years ago. The body found is... Isaac Dover. It's like that the identity is the victim of the murder that once occurred here 18 years ago. Isaac Dover. Eh? Isaac's body? It's Isaac's body. Hey, who's that? I've never heard of him. Mr. Isaac Dover? A truly great sculptor. But he was better known as Pierre Hoquet. The sculptures on display here in the museum are all his creation. Ah, so in other words, the sculpture was the best. Somehow, I feel a strong kinship to him. He was the victim of the I-7 incident. She knew about the IS-7 incident. Prosecutor Edgeworth, the I-7 incident occurred 18 years ago. And what's more, the police report the removal of the body. That was on record, but I wonder if is that the truth? What are you saying? The defense attorney in the I-7 incident claimed that the body was never found. Not that the prosecution would ever admit to such a thing. Hello? Eh? Really? Is something wrong, Sebastian? No, it's just... They said that they know who the victim is. It's a Dover. It's just as the prosecutor says. It's Dover. No, it can't be. It would seem my father's suspicions were correct. What is it, Judge Courtney? Have you finally realized that I'm much more helpful than Mr. the Best Day?
Hey, you! Are you trying to steal the Best Day's position for yourself?
I'm doing no such thing. I'm just wanting to know the truth. And for that to happen, we need to cooperate, no? The truth is none of your concern.
Objection.
Objection. I don't think that's true, Courtney Pie. You again. Uncle Ray is just the defense attorney involved in the IS-7 incident. You're the one who claimed that Mr. Dover's body was never found. The prosecution denied it at the time, but now the body has been discovered here. In other words, the IS-7 investigation was unjust. And it didn't the duty of the PIC to investigate corrupt prosecutors? Now, wouldn't you want to cooperate with those who were involved in the case? Unless you have an ulterior motive.
Oh! He's smelling corruption on her. Yes! Get him! Get him! Get her! 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 Hey, viewers! Hi, people! Get her! Get her! Get her! Get her! Get her!
Think about it. Judge Courtney knew about the IS-7 incident, so it would seem she really is here because of the PIC. Even if you're related to the incident, I don't see how Prosecutor Edward is. Hold it. He's the son of the attorney in that case, and a prosecutor taught by Von Karma himself. What's more, he was in the audience at the I-7 incident trial. I'm sure there are many points he can enlighten us on. Very well, I will allow you to cooperate. However, your investigation must not hinder the other investigators. The Winter Palace is currently being investigated, but the Fountain Patio is open to you. That's my Courtney Pie. Now we're talking.
Wait, the body found was Dover's original body? How is the body preserved for that long, so good in 18 years? No, really, how is Dover's body being preserved for 18 years in this place? That's 18 fucking years of being dead. That corpse is supposed to... We're gonna have to find it out. 6 viewers.
Did I get raided or something? Or did someone host me? It doesn't say anything. If I feel your cooperation isn't needed, I will have to ask you to leave. Understood. Ah, isn't that great, Miles? Now we can start investigating. You really helped us there. Uncle Ray did it all for himself. Alright, Uncle Ray is going to investigate too, so let me know if you figure something out. Got it. Right then. Okay, let's begin investigation. Okay, let's do this. We still don't know. Yeah, I know, it had to be frozen, but where was it frozen? In the sculptures. That's why the sculptures melted. The sculptures were but... Was that why the Winter Palace was closed that long? This got a whole lot darker. Then again, I don't know where this is going right now. There's Normalium. Normalium is used in washing detergent, paint, and the like. If I recall, it's a red liquid with a minty aroma. Alright then, let's get looking for the Normalium. It appears the body has already been recovered by the police. Why was the body of the victim from 18 years ago found floating in the fountain? I mean, wouldn't the body have gone all goopy after 18 years? I don't know if I would call it goopy. It certainly would have required a special method to preserve the body. Yeah, I wonder if such a method even exists. Hey, Mr. Forensic Guy, any new information? Yes! Normalium and Vitalium have been detected in the fountain water. They must have flowed through the stream from the autumn into the fountain. Aside from the chemicals, we also found high levels of sugar. We're working hard on the investigation. Sugar in the fountain water? What could have caused that? Sculptures of a man with a face of the moon and a woman with the face of the sun. Kind of gloomy though. Moon is also made by Bianca. Yes, it seems he made these in his youth, when he was enthralled with the stars. These is like inspiration between moon and sun to things closer to home. The piece is entitled My Parents. Examine. On the service card, Miss Hall has prepared a tea set. According to Pathfinder, the museum is also famous for its tea. Yes, it certainly had a... I'm starring seeing more connections. Seeing this tea set was made by Mrs. Dover. Let's see if it was made by the victim. Let's take a closer look. There's a container with Ceylon tea leaves in it. To prevent exposure to sunlight and moisture, the container is airtight and made of tin. You should not preserve the quality of the tea leaves. So, this tea set was made by Isaac Dover. Fancy stuff, huh? Okay, I'd say this tea set is worth thousands of dollars. Please be careful with it. This tea set is such a treasure. Please don't look so excited. If I recall correctly, Miss Hall was a huge fan of Mr. Dover. That's it. Hey! Hey! Hey, Edgy! What is it? Be careful with the teapot! Why must I be warned by him of all people? Madame and Messieurs? Would you care for some tea? Miss Hall. Okay. No, I'm fine, thanks. Okay, Edgy, you guys can have some. Well, since you asked, we might as well take a short break. Certainly. Thanks for the tea. Wow, it's so tasty. What kind of tea is this, Miss Edgeworth? It's Ceylon tea, known for its citrus aroma. However, Miss Hall, is this the same tea you served us this morning? Yes, that's right. Was it not to your liking? No, it's not that. The tea we had this morning had a slightly different aroma. The tea had normalium in him. How strange. Is it the same Ceylon tea I served this morning? There shouldn't be anything different about it. What's wrong? What's wrong with you, Edgy? Quit nitpicking about the tea Katie so kindly prepared for you. Larry, what are you getting so upset about? I'm not upset. You're just being a rude jerk. That dumbass spilled normalium in the morning tea. I told you to call me Laurice. Jeez, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. It's like arguing with a child. Laurice, I wonder what's wrong. I have to ask him later myself, and I also need to speak with Miss Hell. I don't have any evidence that shows she's the culprit, but I dare say she's the one who set up the poison gas trap. And the tea was warm. No. Fuck you, game. There's not a single stain on the pure white tables. Blah 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 blah. Then in one go. Okay, I hope you're not planning to do anything bad. No, don't worry. Even if I fail, the tablecloth would be dyed with nice black tea. The tablecloth looks better white. Please refrain from changing it. I wonder about that. It might look better in another color, like pink or blue or tea. But shaped like well, the cups are shaped like stars. It's a tea with this tea set just now, but for some reason I thought it smelled different from the one we had this morning. There must be some reason behind this strange feeling. Whoa! You see that glitching over there?
Yeah, you see that glitching in the right side of the screen? Huh. Interesting. Let's talk to her. Miss Hall, where have you been until now? I was showing the remaining guests out and handing out complimentary gifts as an apology. Did you require my services? Yes. There are a few things I want to ask you about. If my suspicions are correct, she's the one who set up the poison gas trap. She did. How exactly did you prepare the melted sculptures from 18 years ago? Why? So you know what happened 18 years ago? It's because I photographed Monsieur's Dulva's sculptures. Using the photos as a basis, I managed to create replicas. Replicas? The Zodiac sculptures has been an unfinished work, so I wanted to complete it somehow. Because I'm the one who accidentally melted Monsieur Dulva's sculptures. And could you tell me why the Autumn Palace resembled the Winter Palace so much? Well, my apologies, did they really look so alike? I may have gotten some of my decoration mixed up. She's obviously lying, but I haven't gathered any evidence to prove that yet. Talk to this jerk. Larry, tell me what you're hiding. You two, stop glaring at each other like that. I'm not glaring, Kay. I'm just using my artistic perspective, and she's the one who's glaring. Then, if you know what's good for you, you would tell me what you're hiding right now. No way, dude! Didn't I say I'm not talking to you anymore? Are you talking to me right now? But from now on, I'm definitely not talking to you anymore. I'm not gonna get anywhere like this. Looks like I have to force it out of him. Dude, Larry, what are you hiding? Hey, come on! Mr. Edward, this isn't the time to be playing around, you know. I wasn't playing around. Still, it looks like Reese won't be talking anytime soon. If he isn't going to talk us, we're going to force him to talk. Just what is Larry hiding? Perhaps I should investigate a bit more. There's around the fountain patio. There's a fir tree in front of the door, but that door leads to the Autumn Palace. Fir trees are winter trees, so this must have been placed here as a red herring. Well then, why don't we paint it red or red? Okay, fir trees are green all year round. I knew that. Oi! How's the investigation? Found anything? Oi! Not quite, but we haven't found any clues yet. You're doing it wrong. Hoi is only used when you're showing someone something. Also, yes, is confirmed. Is also used. It's confirmed. Eep is used when you're afraid. V is used when you don't know like something. And Oi is used when you're calling someone. I see. I didn't know. What was the V? Oi, Mr. Edgeworth. Did you catch all that? Okay, be more serious. Yesy! On the shelves of trophies commemorating Isaac Dover's work as Pierre Hockey. This is a different place. I remember you have some trophies too, Mr. Edgeworth. I would love to have some too, if there were only a contest for thieves. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? Can you get a hold of one at the prosecutor's office? I don't mind you holding a contest, but all officers must be arrested. Prosecutor, the best ordered me not to let you investigate anything about this room. I cannot let you do it without any investigations. I'm sorry. In front of the wall. What did this? A wall and stuff here. Even the person that I fought. Just what kind of human do these people think I am? Hold up. Just stay on the ground. The smell and this color. Don't tell me this is a pot of tea. Huh? There's a piece of pottery in the middle of the puddle. He dropped it. I wonder what broke. I think I recognize the design.
I should probably show this to that man and see what he has to say. Okay, dumbass, what did you do? Larry, take a look at this. What's that? Larry, I've got a feeling that you're hiding something related to the tea and his pottery shard. If you're not going to talk, then I can always hand this over the shard to Judge Courtney. Wait! I'm going to keep it clean air for Justy. I don't see myself if I dirty myself. I can't imagine what part of you can be considered clean, but if you don't want her to declare you guilty, I suggest you speak truthfully now on. I got it. I'll tell you. Larry, it's time you confess to what you've done. How can you be so cruel to your best friend? The same way you can be as dishonest, the same way as you can be so dishonest to your best friend. Well, you can stop glaring at me like I promise to tell you the truth this time for sure. I just thought I'd pour Justy some tea, but then my hand kind of slipped a bit and it broke. I actually broke the crazy expensive teapot. The butt strikes again. Why am I not surprised? Oh boy, you've really done it this time, Laurie. Why is there still teapot then? What should I do, Edgy? Katie will hate me! Crying to me about it won't solve anything. First, you should apologize to Miss Hall. Is that so? My teapot was... Katie, I'm sorry! I don't have any money, but... I'll draw as many portraits of you as you like. Please kindly raise your head, Musha. It's I who should apologize. I didn't notice the broken shards. It's dangerous, so I'll tidy up the broken pieces. Allow me to take that piece from you as well. Wasn't the tea said one of Isaac Dover's works? I heard that was very important to you. Yes, but there's no use crying over spilled tea. Besides, I still have another one of those teapots left. Is she not attached to Dover's works as she used to be? Hey, you're so kind. Oh, that other teapot you were talking about, is it the one on the cart? Yes. Truth is, I was trying to hide that broken shard. I looked under that cart, and I found a teapot that looked exactly the same, so I switched them. Really? Yeah, everything's cool now. I took great care to make sure nobody would break that pot. You don't brag about when you're the one who broke it in the first place. I'm sorry. I don't mind. Thank you for your consideration. And gee, Katie's a real nice lady, isn't she? You should reflect on how you cause trouble for people like her. Okay, when I make it big as I'll donate paintings. In fact, I'll even welcome you as my own personal model. I think it'd better be off if you just stopped causing trouble. I hope you haven't done anything else. I haven't! I just took around sketching beauties. Sketching beauties? If you're interested, I can let you take a peek. I guess even Mr. Edwards is interested in beauties. It's not like that. I just thought it might be another one of the strange paintings. How dare you! I'm confident in my work this time. Oh, I want to see too. Oh, I'm glad you're so honest about it, Kay. Go and check later. I guess I'll have to show it later. Sketch of beauties. About that sketch you mentioned just now. What? If you want to see it, you have to be honest about it from the start. Look, here it is. What's this? Hey, what is she doing with the fountain? I already told you, it's a sketch of beauties. But it's clear too that the beauties are only referred to Justy and Katie. The other plump lady has nothing to do with it. Then why did you draw her on the same page? Well, I was taking a break from my still alive painting when those beauties caught my eye. I guess I just drew them on the same page without thinking. So you're saying that the pictures on this page were each drawn separately? Huh? Oh yeah, I may have drawn them at different times. By the way, there's a drawing of the beautiful little Kay on another page. Yes, it is! Wow, beautiful, huh? Good eye. I already noticed that. I also noticed that she's doing something. You drew this exactly as you saw it, correct? Well, yeah, I can even draw what I can't see. She dropped the sugar in. This is her dropping the sugar, and this is the tablecloth. I recreated the scene perfectly, even from the delicate shade. Look at shades, huh? I don't want to admit it, but this picture might be of help to the investigation. The contents of the sketch and the service card in the fountain patio. You see, there's a contradiction between the two. I'll have to expose this contradiction using my powers of deduction. Can I borrow this sketch for a while? Sure! I can even sign it for you if you like. I think I'll pass. Pause for switched. It's different tea. Maybe the reason why Ceylon tea smelled differently was because the pots had been switched. Yeah, really? The taste of tea did not actually change after all. Let's go and ask Miss Hall more detail about it. Miss Hall, was there a reason why the Ceylon tea smelled differently because the pots were switched? Yes, that's certainly possible. It had a fresh minty aroma, nothing like the of UV tea. Ah, I remember now. I prepared some minty tea yesterday. I'm sure that the aroma just happened to remain in the teapot. Normalium was in there. We already confirmed this. Is that really all there is to it? Normalium was in the tea, come on. The aroma was emanating from the pot Larry had replaced. Miss Hall said the aroma was left over from the minty tea she prepared yesterday. Indeed. She seemed less surprised to find out that Larry broke the pot. And more surprised by the fact that the pots had been switched. That's right. Normally it would have been reversed. A broken teapot is much more shocking. She's probably trying to hide this teapot. Hide the pot? One of the characteristics of Normalium is minty aroma. There is a possibility that she was hiding Normalium inside the teapot. What? Inside the teapot? It is possible from now on, but it's worth investigating. Mr. De Beste, I assume you haven't found the Normalium yet? Huh? Oh! I've had the entire RBC in search, but I haven't received any reports of it yet. What about you? Don't you have any ideas? Only one. I knew it! Nobody but me would be able to find it. Wait, what? You have an idea where it is? Indeed! Then tell me! It may have been in this teapot that Miss Hella has used. Oh, this teapot is pretty nice. It would make a perfect present for the best prosecutor. Not a present, it's an important piece of evidence. Oh, it's just evidence. Then I guess I'll have Forensic take a look at it. Monsieur Edgeworth? Is there something wrong with the teapot I used? The teapot has a minty aroma to it. It's the same aroma as one of the two chemicals used to create the poison gas. Monsieur Edgeworth? Surely you don't mean you suspect me of having to set off the poison gas? I do. Setting up the poison trap in the autumn palace would have required some preparation. As the curator of the museum, you're the only one who could have prepared it in advance. I wonder about that. Preparation for opening of the museum took about a week. I received help from both outsiders and Madame Delicia. There are people besides me who are also suspicious. Of course, Delicia is also under scrutiny. Furthermore, I don't even know how to create something like poison gas. Even if you would find me, there's no way I could have prepared the poison gas. How the fuck did she know about Normalium? It's Edgeworth. It's Gumshoe, sir! Did something happen? Actually, right now, all the investigators but me have left the Winter Palace. So I can finally tell you what we found. It's not good for a detective to be leaking out information about the investigation, but this resourcefulness has saved me many times for these past few days. All of the sculptures in the Winter Palace have melted. There's still some liquid left in the cases, but there's less in the Gemini case than in the Taurus case. There's still liquid in the glass cases? Yes, sir. We just investigated the light blue liquid a moment ago. We only detected sugar in the Taurus case, but for some reason in the Gemini case we detected 3 different substances. They consist of sugar, salt, and blood. The body was frozen in a Gemini statue. Blood? Blood and salt were detected in the Gemini case. I wonder who goes with it. I've asked Francis to look into it, sir. Right. I'll leave it to you, detective. That reminds me, the forensics investigated the fountain patio contacted me. It seems the sugar found in the fountain matches that found in the light blue liquid. Oh? That sounds like valuable information. Is that all the new information you have for me? Now that you mention it, we found the rainbow light device in here too. The device was used to disguise the Autumn Palace. See, the device was used as I also connected to it. I should listen to what Felicia has to say about that. I have to go back to the... Yes, thank you. So many angles to attack. I like it. It was a long call. But thanks to him, we now have important information. In order to break Miss Hall's alibi, I'll need to talk to everyone involved with the ISEP. Alicia, would you be willing to aid in the investigation? Yes, see, of course. We're going to talk to her last, and then I'm going to Hall afterwards, because Hall's definitely the last person I need to approach. I was wondering if you could stop calling me Miley. Stop calling me K-Faye. Fee, that's out of the question. I can't just change the name of our design. Even if we ask her, she won't listen to what we have to say. Decorations. Do you know anything about the decorations that are used in the museum? Specifically the fluorescent cloth and the special device called a rainbow light device? Yes, see, of course I do. Because they're presents that I gave to Katie. Probably for breaking the rules 18 years ago. I gave her 4 new rock salt lamps and I used 4 fluorescent cloths in the contest. Wow, that sounds nice. Fluorescent cloth and rock salt lamps? That's where the salt came from. Aha! Seems like only us girls can understand how wonderful they are. That's a cruel thing to say, Miss Delicious. I like them too, you know. Hey! That was back when Ray was still a cute little boy. Back when Mr. Shoot was a cute little boy. I can't even imagine it. Are they the same decorations you saw 18 years ago? Probably. The rock salt lamp, the cloth, and the rainbow light device. They all seem the same. Katie, please stay relaxed. We're used to the other palace. I have a feeling I saw one more of the same cloth. It's true. Look, I've got the proof right here in my bag. What is she searching for? Not this? Not this either? I haven't seen that cloth like that recently. Katie's asleep again. Let's show and have her confirm my suspicions. Something, since you're the pharmacist. Actually, how one gain the knowledge requires to set off poison gas? Oh, that's basic knowledge for any pharmacist acquainted with Megatoxin X. Even it says on the warning label, danger, do not mix with normalium. Then, is there another way for someone who isn't a pharmacist to obtain that information? Well, it might be possible if they've seen the angel's recipe. The recipe book that was the grand She has the angel's recipe. puzzle games recipe. One way to spell a logic. Does it mean that you've also seen the contents of the ancient recipe? Yes, see. That's a given, of course. The pharmaceutical company I work for is the Master Group. It's a company that makes cold killer X medicine. Cold killer X. That cold medicine that promises to kill colds good. After Jeffy declared guilty, the company took back the recipe book. However, it was a small group of elite pharmacists that have been allowed to see it, though. So this woman is also part of that small group of elite pharmacists. Wasn't there a dirty rag in your bag that looks similar to this? Fee! I'm not going to give any information to someone who calls it a dirty rag. Then, would you better if I call it a washcloth? Fee! Wrong again! It's a fluorescent cloth. Ah, oopsie! That was supposed to be a secret. Please tell me all you know about this fluorescent cloth. Please tell me the reason why you hid this cloth. Ooh, I guess I have no choice. Since the cat's out of the bag, I found this cloth floating in the fountain. Right after I was called to the Autumn Palace. So that's the moment Larry captured his so-called beauty sketch. And we have that sketch. Here, this is yours. Like, what's this doing in here? It has to be removed. And so, at first I thought it was one of the places I'd given to Gay had washed away. Did you only give 4 fluorescent cloths as a present to the museum? There were 4 fluorescent cloths covering the sculptures in the Autumn Palace, right? So that's when I realized that this was the cloth that went missing 18 years ago. The poison gas broke out because someone had stolen my Megatoxin X. So I thought the fluorescent cloth had also been used for the crime. I was afraid I'd be suspected, so I didn't say anything about it to anyone. I see. But I shouldn't feel that better after talking about it. This isn't good for your figure after all. A lot of us are pinning her. Around the body went missing. Who would have thought it would turn up in the fountain along with the body? Let's talk to her now. Briefing the message from messages described in the recipe. It contains many ways of preparation, so I can't explain them all in a short time. Although, if Michelle wants to know, I can tell you, it will take about 2 hours though. God damn it, I can't stay on French. And get over a matching melody. Let's start the explanation. What should we do? Listen to all of it? No, that won't be necessary. My, is this me? Yes, it's a sketch done by our pseudo-artist over there. The sketch is really well done. Are you giving it to me as a commemoration? No, for the time being, this is a valuable piece of evidence. I see, too bad. So great, that man has some unexpected talent. I don't know a whole lot about the kids thing. I'm so sorry. The fuck? Why is Casey along with her? Guess I can't ask, so I have to talk to these people. Oh, that's the right thing. Mr. Devester, you're getting a bit in the way if you stand there. I'm not going to move. You can do that over there. Don't say that. It's probably the best if you just stand over there. The best, you say? Okay, I'll stand over there. So if anything, as long as you add the best to it. If you cut the victim's body, forensics are currently preparing the autopsy and one of the investigation of the fountain. And this is completely clear. You can cut both your heart and soul with it. I was floating in this fountain just a moment ago, though. Yeah, fine. Do whatever you want. But in return, we're going to do whatever you want as well. If I remember correctly, I will have to report your misconduct to the PSC as well, young lady. Sure, since I only accept a piece of favor to creator.
That backfired. Is it you just Cordy is unable to get a handle on K?
He helped. So there's the math test. I'm gonna talk to Larry. They're just so beautiful. Katie and Justy. So, which one's your type, Loris? Both of them are my type. And of course, you two, Kay. So, anyone's your type as long as they're female. It's not like that at all! I have standards. Like that pink lady I drew in my sketch. She's way too old for me. This man. You could tell Delicious A with just a single look. What am I gonna do now? Anything else I can present? There must be something I missed. There's just a maple tree in front of the door, but that door leads to the Winter Palace. These are all the... Hold on. Think about that maple tree in the winter. Please don't complicate matters any further. This lift trolley was just been left here. I wonder if it was used to carry something heavy. The surface of the platform appears to be wet. I remember... There we go, this is what I missed. You mean during the I-7 incident? That's right, I remember now. It was Dover. If I remember correctly, it was used to transport the ice sculptures. The lift trolley was just to hide the platform. Could have moved the sculptures by themselves. How convenient. I want one too. Why is there a lift trolley here? I guess it's something we'll need to think about. Yes, it could be related to this case. Apparently this lift trolley was here 18 years ago. Yes, it has allowed me to move everything from one room to the other. Intended to carry heavy objects, but it has been quite useful for all sorts of things. I'm curious of why the top of the trolley was wet when we examined it. That lift trolley, I wonder if it was used to move something that was made of this. Fine game. Step on it, you can adjust the height of the platform. Indeed, let's try changing the height. Okay, would you do the honors? Roger. Reference raised up. Easy carry gummy. Ability carry detective. The lift is wet. Maybe it was carrying something that was wet. Someone move something with this? What am I supposed to do with this? Oh, I don't know what to do. Yep, the deuce. I'm gonna just continue so I can get into the next phase. Eureka! Eureka! Here we go. Larry, there's something I want to ask you about your sketch. Huh? You want a lecture on sketching from the famed Professor Laurice, do ya? Oh, that was a way different accent. And why do I keep going to the accent? No, I just want to ask you something. The table you should was like, yeah, my eyes never fail me. But the one who's the service card here is white, isn't it? Dude, you're always so busy thinking with just your head. I think you just miss the obvious. What's with that look on your face? When I was repaying, I was using a card with the T set on, remember? Because I was tidying up the broken vessel. That's something I was not proud of. Right when Katie came out of the Winter Palace. Oh, hello. Inksy, you know the rule. Please, Kitty. We're finishing the stream off in a moment, guys. So she wouldn't notice. That's where the body is. Did you just say Miss Hall came out of the Winter Palace? That's right, but this time she was pushing another service card. And the tablecloth was light blue, just like how I drew it. What did she do with the service card? Beats me. She went to the summer class with it, and I don't know. And when she came out, she was pushing the lift trolley. The lift trolley? When I called out to her, she was surprised that she just left it there. She's so cute when she's shy. Second service trolley and the lift trolley. And there were two sets. What was it? We'll have to divert into this hall. Now we can move on. 2 service cards. Is it really keep 2 service cards on the premises? Yes? Is there something wrong? Earlier I was looking at one sketch from that so-called artist and I noticed he had drawing the card table light blue. Light blue? Are you sure you weren't mistaken, monsieur? I only use tablecloths that are pure white. That's true, the tablecloth here doesn't have a single spot on it. That's because I always change them immediately whenever they get dirty. Did he get the color wrong then? What were you doing when the sketch was drawn? At that time, I was just doing my job as usual. Can you tell me exactly what that work entails? Now we're gonna nail her. What were you doing when you were drawing the sketch? From the looks of the drawing, it doesn't seem like you were transporting this tea set. This was when I was delivering chocolates to all the people in the investigation. How nice, chocolates. I wish I could have some right now. Please eat these. She still wants to sleep in my arm. Woohoo! Thank you so much. Thank you. Perhaps it's because you had them in your pocket, but it looks like they have melted a bit. Sweet goodness, Giggle. I'm happy to hear you say that. Giggle. Oh, there we go. Giggle. I'm happy to hear you say that. I'm glad to get some sugar into this. Although they're a little too sweet for my taste. Your chocolate suit your tastes? Yeah, that's so sweet and absolutely delicious, Giggle. I'm glad to hear that. It seems like some sort of sweeter than normal chocolates. They're a bit misshapen, but it seems they're filled with love for our family. I'm gonna save you guys. How do I save? By pressing. Simple, by hitting the save button. There. I'm gonna call it a day here because it's getting a bit too long and the stream has to end. I will see you all next time. If you are charged with joy, please say hi to the YouTube channel, say hi to our archive, say hi to our Twitter, say hi to my Twitter, where I will be personally posting stuff. Say goodbye to Kitty over here. Meow meow. Kotlol. Say hello to Kibatu, who will be streaming tomorrow instead of Brownie, because Brownie has to work. Say hello to Brownie. Say hello to my stuff again because I typed it wrong. And say hello to Brian. Either way, if you were charged for joy, that's good, because that will keep going. And remember to stay charged, people. Later and bye. Bye. Save. Oh wait, let's see if we can raid someone. Because raiding is a good thing. We have no one that I would like to raid. So I'm just gonna call it a day here. There is someone we can raid, but it's such a small raid that they won't notice it. So no, that's it. I will see you all later. Good night, people.